Hello and welcome to the Gosh, dang it.
Let's keep going.
Hello and welcome to the Super Basement Bro Show. I'm Connor and I'm joined by my co-hosts Tanner and Hasten.
Hello.
Hasten
Welcome back.
was pretending to snort cocaine at the beginning of the episode.
We're trying to do the...
We were debating if we should start doing like cold open kind of deals where we just like are in the middle of a conversation right as we open the show. But we want it to be a bit more natural.
And that's how
we'll save that for the future.
Got big on a podcast.
And that's where I buried the body. Hello, welcome to the Super Basement Bro Show. Anyway, this episode...
Hey, wait. This is Connor.
Oh, yeah, I already said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Connor. Oh, my gosh.
You really are okay. Anyway, but if you didn't know, the Super Basement Bro Show is a podcast dedicated to the world of entertainment. We'd love celebrating every single part of it, whether it be movies, video games, pop culture, theme parks, all that jazz. And this episode is going to be strictly focused on news.
Because a lot
recently.
Episode what? 12?
Oh, yeah, episode 13, I believe we're on now, which is crazy. So, yeah, this episode's going to be strictly news-based. We usually have, like, news and then a topic and stuff like that, and then do a little game at
all
the
this news is based on the week of March 12th?
It is March 20th as of recording.
So, it was between March 15th and March 20th, around those days. So, it's not... If you're watching this way later, it's not going to be current at all. But a lot happened this week.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about all that news, and then we'll probably do a follow-up episode later, which will be more evergreen and be like topic-based and stuff like that. But this episode's going to be strictly news. We have a lot to talk about. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Actually, real fast before I forget.
Social media. Yeah. So go follow us on Instagram and Twitter, I believe. That's all we have so far.
At Super Bros Videos on Twitter.
Super Bros Videos at Twitter, and then Super Basement Bros on Instagram. We post every time we upload. Just go check us out. Leave a comment. Shout yourself out. We usually always respond to comments on YouTube. So comment, talk to us. Let us know what you guys think, some topic ideas, anything you want. And yeah, we might do them,
Yeah.
Cool. We can even call you in and have you be a special guest. Be like, you guys suck. And then we'll be like, thank you for joining us. Be awesome.
Yep, we're desperate. Just give us anything. Mm-hmm. But we want your guys' feedback.
We've gone in full circle to our last YouTube channel.
Subscribe. Yeah, we want to hear what you guys have to say.
So cringy.
We should start putting that at the end of all these.
You should find that clip that we had.
Yeah.
We won't name the name of the channel because we don't want you guys to find it.
That channel's forgotten. It's dead. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into probably our biggest news story, which is Google Stadia. So this is a pretty big deal because Google has officially joined the console, or well, not the video game, but the video game industry, and has joined Microsoft, Xbox, Sony PlayStation, and Nintendo as another household name, which is pretty crazy. Somebody
pointed out they're much more of a GameFly-esque system, where it's not so much that they're like, we're our own console. They're like a subscription.
It's more like a digital,
right? Like a digital Netflix-esque thing.
I think this is something we've never seen before.
Oh my gosh,
it isn't.
This is gonna be crazy.
Because not only is it like, so one of their big things that they talked about, one of the main things was that it's no downloads and that it's streaming. Like they showed a clip where it shows Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like as an ad, I think, and they just click play and they jump right into the game. Like that seems crazy.
I wonder if there will be some sort of downloading function in the future, though, because
especially to make it run faster.
Especially for people, one of the biggest concerns I've seen floating around with people is, especially if you live in like the Midwest, internet connection just isn't what it is like in California and stuff out here, and so I wonder if there's certain areas where they'll allow like you to download your games, because there might be situations where you can't stream all the time.
So I've actually looked into it. It's on any device, right? Like it's not its
any
own
device.
Phone.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm wondering is, so it's going to be compatible with 4G then, right? You won't need to be connected to Wi-Fi. Because if it's compatible with your service provider, I think that's a big deal. That something like the Switch doesn't have. That I've always wanted the Switch to have. Is a portable console with...
Like if your cell phone is just able to run it.
Yeah, because like then you can use your data, or if you have like unlimited. Because like I'd love that, I don't care if it's wasting my battery, like...
Charge it up.
Plus, if you get... I mean, some of the new phones, this is not a sponsor or anything, but like the new Galaxy S10 literally charges full battery in 15 minutes. So I'm like, that'd be worth it to me.
So, and if you guys didn't know, do you guys know what Stadia stands for?
Stadium?
Stadium.
Yeah.
So it's the plural of stadium, which is interesting. And I guess their whole mantra they're going for is, did you guys watch the announcement trailer? Mm-hmm. How it's like,
yeah.
It's like
it's weird though. It's not very informational.
Well, it's going toward like a tunnel of light. Like they
showing different games.
They basically showed like a battle royale, like people jumping out of the plane,
and then it shows like a woods with like rocks everywhere, kind of like I think like Tomb Raider or something.
The idea of it is basically that you're entering a stadium, you're entering a field of play alongside a bunch of other people. And one of the things they're promoting big time is how like it's supposed to be heavily integrated into YouTube and other like Twitch and things like that, to where you can be watching your favorite streamer or favorite personality or something like that. And at the end of their Let's Play or whatever, it's going to have like a link that's like play now. And you can click the play now button and literally play where their video was.
Do you think that they might have a system along the lines of the Xbox One when it first came out? They had the Snap feature. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
They got rid of it.
Snap
you can be
feature.
like, he would be like, hey Xbox, snap
the
YouTube, and then it would snap your...
Xbox had some cool features.
I don't know why they got rid of that. Because like I remember I used that quite a bit. I would snap YouTube, and it would be... Even though it was really inconvenient because it was half the screen.
Yeah, it should have just been like how...
a box in the corner.
You know how like YouTube, you can like swipe down with the video on your phone
in the corner.
Put it plays in the corner? Yeah, something like that would have been
Shout out to Xbox right now. If you guys want to take this idea, they already have like the party overlay. Me and you use that. You know, like when you're in a party, it shows who's talking in the bottom right corner. Make it that small. It's like a square like this big. When you're streaming, there's a square this big for
YouTube or
Twitch
or something.
Just do like one for YouTube and stuff. I feel like it'd be really easy, you know? I hope that that's the feature. That'd be cool, where you could be watching your favorite streamer playing alongside them, you know? Or like playing along as they're going, you know? Okay, cool.
Yeah, just to give a quick rundown of Stadia, if you don't know what it is, if you're not up to date, it's basically Google's new gaming platform, and on their official website, what they say is the future of gaming is not a box. So the whole idea here is that it's all streaming based. You're not owning a console. It's not like an Xbox, like a literal console you own, or a PlayStation. It's all in the cloud. It's all stream based. What they say is introducing Stadia, a new gaming platform from Google for playing AAA video games across all kinds of screens. So their whole pitch here is that you'll be able to, whether it be on this laptop here, on your phone, or an iPad, whatever you want, you can literally stream any AAA game. And some of the games they showed off was like Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I think that was the
Doom
main
Eternal.
one.
Yeah, so...
And I know that
going forward,
they showed all their partners, and they're partnering with Unreal Engine,
which should be Fortnite,
Unity, all the big engine companies, and like. So I'm imagining that the engine is probably going to be good. Hopefully,
you know what the big thing for me is that this is gaming on the go with a real controller.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Because I mean, the Switch has it. But, like, I don't like the Switch controllers. Like, the Joy-Con specifically. I mean, I guess you get the Pro Controller and stuff.
Yeah.
But you have to play
once again,
on the
it's
Switch.
something that you have to play.
Yeah. Have you seen the actual size of the controller, though?
No.
I mean, I've seen the controller. It looks fine.
Because, like, for me, when I first saw the controller, it was in the display thing, right? And I was like, that looks pretty cool. It looks like a mix between Xbox PS4, right? But it's, like, this big. It's pretty tiny because they're trying to appeal to, like, oh, it's portable. But, like, I would prefer if you could just hook up your Xbox controller.
I bet you
like
you
that
will
big.
be able to.
I hope so.
I think... I don't know if they've confirmed
the controller
that yet.
has stuff built into it that you need.
Yeah, but they did say that the controller... And I don't want to say I know this for certain because I don't, but I'm pretty sure. I watched the presentation, and I'm almost certain they said something about you will be able to connect third-party devices that aren't the Google Stadia official.
I know that they said all the compatible with all the phones already, all the already compatible controllers. You know how like Androids come out with their own gaming controller and stuff. Yeah, so all those are still compatible.
I'm just wondering though, like, yeah, but especially because Microsoft has been so forward thinking in terms of just like allowing stuff onto other platforms, which we'll get to later. But like, part of me wonders if Xbox will just be like partner up with Google and be like, hey, you can now Bluetooth connect your Xbox controller to your phone and play any Google Stadia game right off of your phone with an Xbox controller. Like, I can just freaking move my pop socket right here, set it up, hold my Xbox controller, freaking play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You know?
I don't know though, because wasn't this Xbox's idea? Didn't they? Wasn't this their Xbox streaming thing?
So
I wouldn't say this is
it wasn't their idea.
Well, no, not their idea, but remember, didn't at E3 they announced the Xbox streaming?
That's another part of
it
this.
hasn't come out
Xbox has something like this planned as well. The Xbox X Cloud,
and now
I think,
Google
which is something that they have talked about. But once again, we've talked about this before with Microsoft. Microsoft needs to freaking release this stuff. Because they always talk about these cool ideas they have and all these cool
like the
things.
HoloLens.
Or the
Illumaroom.
And then they never come to the public.
Or if they do, it's like a company-based thing and it's nothing to do with games.
Yeah. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if that does launch this year for Microsoft. But in the meantime, Google jumped on it, and props to them. It's coming out 2019. We'll be able to do this year, guys.
I'm excited to see what's available, though, because from what the AAA they showed off, the main one was Odyssey. And
they probably don't have a lot of partners
yet.
Yeah. But I mean, with all the hype that was around this thing, you know, you're going to get these huge companies like Fortnite, EA is probably going to go on there with Apex.
Well, here's the problem, though, is because, like, I know the person behind it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know the main person behind it was the head of the Assassin's Creed series. Like, he was helping with all of them.
Behind what?
Behind the Stadia.
Oh, no. I don't think so.
No,
he came out at the conference.
Yeah, or
he's
something.
He's not behind Stadia.
Okay. But either way, I'm imagining that's why Assassin's Creed Odyssey's on it, right? But
I think Ubisoft is just...
Do you think it's Ubisoft in general?
I think it's Ubisoft.
Because from what I saw, it was just Doom Eternal and... Odyssey, which I was thinking, Bethesda, right? That'd be sick, because then there'd be more compatibility with Blades.
You get Skyrim on your phone.
On your phone. Re-release it
everywhere.
Oh no, I was thinking more like Blades, like Elder Scrolls Blades, where they actually have like controller compatibility now. They can make it a bigger game than they wanted. I don't know, but it doesn't seem. For me, it's kind of like when they first announced the Disney Plus, how there wasn't a lot to offer. I want to see what else they announce, right? I want to see if they're like, okay, every AAA game that's out right now is available.
Yeah, so the truth is there's a few things that we don't know about yet. They didn't reveal price. They didn't reveal the subscription model. If it is a subscription model.
It might be even free.
For all we know, it could be a base price, $400, period. You have access to all this.
Forever.
Or $12.99 a month or something. Like, we don't know how this is going to work yet. We don't know price. We don't have the exact release date. We just know it's 2019. A definitive 2019, that's all they said. So there's a lot still up in the air with this. It's not take all this with a grain of salt a bit. Part of me is I'm cautiously optimistic for this because I want this to be awesome, but I'm also very skeptical of the possibility of it.
Me too.
Working to its fullest potential. But if anyone can do it, this is
I don't think
Google.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily feasible to, or like plausible or possible to like be sitting there on your phone and click and all of a sudden play Odyssey. I don't know if your phone can necessarily handle that as quick as their like advertising.
Their
like,
videos
click
made
on your
it
thing.
seem like you could,
but their
it depends
videos
really, because like it depends on your internet. I think is what it's going to be. Because like at my house, if I'm on my Wi-Fi, my internet's like it's 250 or almost realistically 300 gigabits download.
Well, yeah, but like, not just internet, but like power. Do you think it has enough power to run a game?
That's the thing. Your phone isn't powering this stuff. It's the cloud service.
Well, yeah, it's streaming from somewhere, though, you know?
Another thing is, too,
from Google services.
Yeah.
So, like, Google can handle it. But, like, our phones couldn't.
Because I just feel like there is still, even with your amazing internet and everything, there is still a lag there. Where you're kind of like, since you are streaming a game, it's going to be different. Like, Netflix is easier because it's a movie. It's a TV show. It's not playable, it's just a video, right? But something like this, you're interacting, there's content coming in that's not normal, there's other players in the world. It's a lot harder to just
it depends, because like if you get like a single player game, they could just like load up the game and like it's there, it's ready to go. Whereas multiplayer games, that's gonna be
the problem.
Well, this is gonna be interesting because, you know, on their website, one of the highlights they say right here is game where you want, when you want, play across multiple devices including laptops, desktops, and select phones and tablets. My whole thing is here, though, is like, so Switch is all about being able to take your game on the go. You can take it wherever you want, right? The thing is like, if I want to play like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, for example, the places I would want to be using this is like on vacation or something like this. But a lot of times the places you go on vacation might not have the
like
best
say we're driving
to
California.
Yeah.
Half the way you don't have internet.
Exactly. So it's like, this is going to be pretty useless
Airplanes.
in situations like that.
Airplanes have the worst Wi-Fi. But it's not very good.
Yeah.
It's pretty...
I think it'll work on airplanes. I'm sure that's something they'll go for big time because... I don't know. That seems like a smart move, but yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like most of the time you're where you're wanting, because like, what are you gonna do? Bring it to school?
Well, that's the thing. Work? It's like, yeah, if I'm home, I'd much rather play it on my freaking 55-inch TV, screen than play it on my phone.
Even though it's like not instant and it's games you have to download them, it's still worth it. You know?
Yeah. It's like I'd much rather play it on my huge screen.
I saw an article. I think credit is due to IGN where they were saying, "Is this the console killer?" And I don't think at all. I don't think it comes even close because it's a different thing.
Yeah,
not yet.
There's nothing that's going to compete with Xbox or PlayStation. yet. Yeah. Because like everything Xbox and PlayStation has, it's your home console. It's what you watch Netflix on. It's what you game on. It's what you watch
it's widely
YouTube
available.
on,
It's a base price. Yeah, it's different than also like PC because PC is more for like you have to basically build your own. It's more expensive. You have to upgrade it. There's a lot more that comes with a PC, right? These are more family friendly, just easy access, base price, just family console.
I think more importantly too is that it's 100% not an Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo killer because, like we were addressing before, there's just places that, like in the Midwest, that just aren't ready for internet like that. Like, as much as I'd love for the internet to be super powerful and have like fiber or whatever and crap like
the
that.
Google Fiber, yeah.
Like, it's just not. It's not everywhere. There are places.
I mean, Utah, I don't think we even have it.
Like we have it in what's it called?
Provo?
Where they ski.
Snowbird? Or
No.
Alta. Park City.
Park City
okay.
has. Yeah, they have fiber.
Gotcha.
But I think it's because it's so densely populated. Yeah, because they can have fiber. But there's places in the Midwest, like we're talking. This is where we live. There's so much open area where we used to live in Bluffdale. It was literally like a house, 2 farms, and then a house. Like it's gonna be hard for that instant, like constant internet.
Yeah.
Because even still, like I'll pull up my phone right now, and it takes a second to even load up like Instagram or like YouTube. Because it's instant internet, but it's not.
And don't get me wrong, things have gotten better. Like, our internet, I'd say, is pretty great. It's stable. But, like, compared to places like in San Francisco or LA or New York, like, the internet is so much speedier there.
I remember when we went to New York, my phone was consistently at 5 bars.
Really?
And you wouldn't think so because it's literally like a concrete jungle.
And there's buildings.
That is a great way to
describe
New York.
This thing, like... My internet has never been faster on my phone than when I was in New York.
Yeah.
It was so fast compared to in Utah.
A good comparison to New York
jungle.
is Salt Lake City, which is also a lot smaller concrete jungle. But every time we used to play Pokemon Go, we'd go there, constantly dropping out of internet. Remember? We'd be like, oh, well, we're right behind a building. It's going to be out of internet, right? That's a problem even Utah still has, But like New York, it's so densely concrete and everything that it still is able to keep you connected.
Yeah.
Which that's a problem I feel like they're going to have to solve with a lot of these states because the whole Midwest is completely like open and not a lot of internet.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this because this is the first time that another company has stepped into the video game industry like this in our lifetime.
Since how long?
The last one was the Xbox.
Xbox, yeah.
Xbox.
Valve stepped in.
Valve with Steam. That's true.
Steam, yeah.
And Steam,
I guess Epic kind of did their Epic.
The thing is, though, with Steam and Epic, they're kind of their own thing. They're kind of like PC. It's PC.
It's still PC. Yeah, it's still computer based.
Have you guys seen the whole controversy with PC and all that right now?
No.
So a game just got released, and it's going to be it's not going to Steam. It's only going to the Microsoft Store and Epic's new thing. Epic bought it to go onto their system thing. So literally, if you're on PC and you want to play EA's games and all these, you have to have Origin, Steam, Epic Games, Microsoft Store, and then I think there's another one.
Yeah,
Google has one.
Google Play.
Google has one. So it's you have to have 6 different launchers or something to have all of these games available for you on PC.
That's interesting.
That's why you just pirate it.
That's the thing. So so it's funny because we often look at there's Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC. It's but really PC has levels to it. It's PC, but there's Origin, Epic, Steam, 50
freaking 7 layers of hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's something
PC,
I didn't think about.
I really because I wanted to play Apex, right? But I didn't have Origin, so I was I have to download Origin to play.
That's
this.
True. I mean, even
Epic,
something
I didn't play Fortnite. I had to download Epic Games launchers.
Yeah.
And then
even something like Destiny 2.
I have Steam on there, and I own 3 games on Steam, and then I have.
Is Fortnite on Steam?
Microsoft Store.
No,
Sea of Thieves. If I want to play Sea of Thieves on my PC, I just have a Microsoft Store.
Destiny 2.
It's insane.
Destiny 2 on the PC is exclusive to the Blizzard Store.
Mm-hmm.
That's
There's
crazy.
A Blizzard store.
There's a Blizzard.
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 That's the other one.
Blizzard.net.
Holy frick, that's too much.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Insanity.
If you wanted to they advertise Destiny 2 for the PC a ton. If you wanted to be I'm gonna get a PC and I'm gonna play Destiny, right? And you don't have.
You're
Battle.net. You're
you have to because Destiny was free, so I actually have Destiny too. So I have Battle.net.
Wow.
Because you have to have that to get Destiny. I think World of Warcraft's on there.
It's how many accounts do you have?
It's really true. But it's free, so I have that. It's insane.
That's nuts. That's
then there's coolmathgames.com.
Yeah.
Is that a real one?
No.
Oh. I was in real or no? What am I saying? At the end of the day. this is why I prefer to stick with consoles, because they're just so simple. Like, it's you get your Xbox, put in the disc or download whatever.
I mean, nothing comes close.
I don't have to necessarily sign up for 50 accounts all the time.
Well, not only that, it has for me, because like I'm like, so Sekiro comes out this Friday, which is something we'll get to. But I'm like, is it available? It's on PC, but it's not on the Microsoft Store, so I can't get achievements if I play it on my PC. And I said to myself, I was like, I'm going to play all my single-player games if I can on the Microsoft Store on PC, because I could get my graphics. You know, the graphics will look better. It'll look better as a game.
Yeah,
right.
But I'm like, it's not available. So, like, I can only get it on Steam now. So it's like, what do I do here?
Yeah.
I'm glad
this is why crossplay just needs to happen everywhere. You know?
I like that Hasten brought up graphics, because I remember one of the biggest appeal of PC is the unlimited graphics, right? The uncapped frame rates and all that stuff. But in a way, it almost is too complicated, because there's one thing that I love about consoles is they have a capped frame rate. They have a capped HD and graphics and everything. Their graphics cards are the same.
It's weird though. On PC, all the games have an extra settings thing.
Exactly.
And it's just like ultra,
and it's like
ultra graphics.
And in a way, in a way, it's almost like
the best.
You don't really know, so you almost just download the game and play it, even though you could be playing it on the crappiest settings. You know, like I watch like Fortnite streamers, for example. Some of them play on PC and they play on the crappiest freaking HDness, and I'm like, why did they do that? You know,
it makes it faster,
right? And that's the thing, is I feel like it's too complicated for me that I'd be like, I don't want to have to go into a game, change the settings, change the frame rates, change the stuff just to play the game. I just want to jump in.
Yeah, like I don't want to have to think about it too much.
Yeah,
and that's one thing. Part of the Google's pitch that I really liked is they were saying something about like if you download it or if you get a game for it, you can be in it within 5 seconds or something like that. They said it'll launch within 5 seconds from wherever you are. Like, I can be playing on my phone and then want to play on my laptop, put my phone away, log in.
Do you think it's depending on where you are, though?
And it will literally be there within 5 seconds, which is crazy. Like, just where I left off streaming. Which, to me, that sounds super appealing, because one of the biggest gripes I have with this latest generation of consoles is having to install your game on Xbox and PlayStation. That's one thing I love about Switch.
We can't say Switch is innocent, though, because even Switch, you put in the game, you get to play it, but it always has the big update.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Of course.
Has big...
But the thing is, with Xbox, like, you can't play a game on launch night.
No.
Like a AAA game, Sekiro, I won't be able to play till Saturday.
Yeah,
because like games like freaking download it,
like Red Dead Redemption. Connor, if Connor would have got it, 200 something gigabytes.
So I started downloading Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think it took me. It's on 2 discs, first of all, to install. It's not one; it's 2 discs. Which it's like, name the last game you guys played that was on 2 discs.
Oh my! Wait, it's on 2 discs.
It's 2 discs to install, because that's how big it is.
Wow.
So
I'm digitally buying that game. I think
it's nuts. So I had to put it in, and then I was like, "Oh, it finished installing, cool." And then it's like, insert disc 2, and I'm like, "What?" And I had to insert disc 2, and then it started all over, and had to do another.
How does that work for a game, though?
I have no idea. So I think all the content is on disc 1. I think they just had to put a disc 2 to install the rest of it because there was too much to install. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
How does that even work?
It's
ridiculous. Nuts. It's the only.
That's so primitive.
Yeah.
In nowadays. Like,
was
2
GTA
discs?
5 on 2
No,
discs?
GTA was 1.
Okay.
The last game, I think it was like Assassin's Creed or something.
Well, Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube was 2 discs back in the day, and that was forever ago.
Yeah,
and that was like a big deal. Like, literally, once you got to the halfway point in Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube, it's like insert disc 2, and it's like,
that's weird.
That's way weird.
Buy DLC 2.
buy the rest of the game for $60.
That's what they're gonna start doing.
But yeah, I can't remember the last game that was on 2 discs. So that some stuff like this sounds really appealing in that sense, that it's like you can just jump right in, no download, just stream it, boom, you're in. You know.
Okay, my question is back to the graphics. How is that gonna work as far as like frame rate and stuff?
It looks.
Is it gonna be poop freaking frame rate where it's going like?
Yeah, another thing they say right here is play instantly. No updates, no downloads, jump right into the game.
Because that could be misleading.
They do say 4K at 60 frames per second.
Okay, if they say that, that's crazy. Because I was going to say they could be misleading and just saying, oh, jump right in. It's going to look like crap, but jump right in. But if they're saying it's 4K...
60 frames per second.
Not only that, they also said that in the next couple years or whatever, they're going to plan to be able to upscale to 8K. When that becomes
well, and most of the phones nowadays are 4K. I know all of Apple's new phones are 4K.
And then the new
Samsungs are all 4K.
The Galaxy was,
Right. The big one, Google Pixel, I'm sure will be 4K.
I'm positive all the current top phones right now are 4K. I'm almost positive,
Yeah, one thing that
I
really
think besides
interests me
the note
to hear more about is the whole YouTube connection deal. Like, I wonder what the whole point of that.
Do you think they'll have to partner with that certain person, or is it going to be?
It's Google though.
If I upload a YouTube video,
yeah, they do now, right? I think
so like that's going to be crazy.
But if I upload a YouTube video about me playing Assassin's Creed or like Origins or whatever, what's the new one called? Odyssey. And I'm not sponsored or anything, and I'm just like, I'm playing. Is somebody going to be able to click on it afterwards and play it? Or is it you have to be sponsored by it?
And, like, how does that work? Like, do I jump into a demo, essentially? Like, say I'm watching...
Because what they showed looked like a demo.
Tanner Hall's stream of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I jump in, I'm watching his video, I'm like, this part looks really interesting.
I want to play
He's fighting blah, blah, blah. That's cool. I click the Play Now button. Does it just take me there even though I don't own the
Because you don't have a character.
Say
you don't have an account.
Say I don't even have a Google Stadia account or anything. Can I just click that and it takes me in to do a 15-minute demo of where he was?
I'm imagining, but like think about, even if you have a Google Stadia account, even if you have all that stuff, but you've never once played Odyssey, so you don't have a character, you don't have an account, you don't have any progress, you can't just all of a sudden, it doesn't just make a character for you and you're in the game and now you can continue playing from there.
Yeah.
Like it has to be some sort of demo and then it's like, get the full game. Or like play the full game and then you click on it.
I think they did say something weird though about like there being this save option. Like, I don't want to say this for sure
because that'd be like jumping into the last mission of the game.
Yeah, but I did hear something about
You're
that.
You're finding the last boss is like a demo.
Like
like I did it. Spoilers. Oh my
I beat the game.
It's like you're playing Last of Us 2. It's like Joel's the bad guy. Oh, what? Oh,
yeah, it's like this one achievement. It says beat the game on hardest difficulty. So you just jump into the last second and kill.
It's like that Army of Two achievement that we read. Just totally spoiled everything. But yeah, that's one thing I'm curious about because I did hear somewhere that it's like you can literally jump into somebody else's save, from what I understand. So if if Hasten had a save on Odyssey 24 hours into the game or whatever, and I was like, man, I don't want to have to go through the first 24 hours.
Like Assassin's Creed 3.
It's like I don't want to have to do that bullcrap.
Hasten did it. I'm just going to go to
exactly.
Where he is.
It's like because
I know you guys hated that. It wasn't bad. You play it. You play as Hatham.
You play as Hatham. The first opening of Assassin's Creed.
It's just like
that's
one
one
thing.
Play
all these other Assassin's Creeds. It's like they're teaching you. It's like teaching you things you've known.
And it's
if that's the case, then the Assassin's Creed 3 for the Switch is gonna suck. I hope they have a skip feature.
Yeah,
they're like, you want to skip this?
You want to skip the 4-hour tutorial? But anyway,
it's not 4 hours.
It was a long.
It was long.
I think it felt long because you were like, I just want to play as Connor.
Yeah.
And then once you do finally play as Connor, you're an Indian, and you don't even get to do anything yet. Like you don't get to free
that's what I'm
play
talking.
for
like you
free
don't
roam.
get to the actual assassin stuff. For
Well,
like
that's what's the best about freaking Black Flag. Remember Black Flag? It's literally the first mission you're in the game.
Yeah.
Like you can go sailing, do whatever.
Black Flag was such.
It's something special.
I think it has the best ship combat.
Oh
yeah, I think it's even better than Sea of Thieves.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think it had. It and Rogue, because Assassin's Creed Rogue was just the spin-off of Black Flag. So it's got the same naval combat. I'm surprised they didn't do anything.
I think Black Flag learned... I think people complained after Assassin's Creed 3 at the beginning, and they were like, okay, we need to make sure this one doesn't have anything like that. Because I remember everyone was upset about that.
What I'm concerned about is...
Because we literally stay up to midnight to get it, and then we get it, we're like, oh my gosh, I have to stay up for 4 hours doing just the freaking tutorial. It sucks.
Yeah. But what I'm concerned about most with this streaming service, the Stadia, is how that's going to work with like account based, right? Because like I still don't understand that. Like if you have like a Destiny, right? Say they put Destiny on Stadia. Destiny, you create your character, you customize your character, you have loot, you choose which class. How is it going to work if they're like, you want to fight this boss, jump in? How are you going to just be
start with random? You're at like 20 light and
level 0.
Or think about this. Part of the appeal for games like Destiny or The Division or something like that is the grind.
Yeah,
it's the grind. So it's like, think about if I'm like, oh, Hasten and Tanner are 20 to 30 hours into Destiny 2.
Boom, I want to
now I am. 2. So I'm just like, boom, now I am too. I didn't have to do anything.
Oh, I want these exotics. Boom, get me in the game where I have them now.
It'd be like if in Gauntlet Dark Legacy, I could just jump in and I'm
level 99.
Like you guys did all the work to level up to 99. I'm just like, boom.
No, he's gonna be like in Fortnite, and it's like, oh, it's
tier 100 battle.
Tier 100. Meaning you just jump off of your back.
Yeah.
See, that's true. That brings up a lot of questions about how this is gonna work. Like. This sounds really ambitious. That's one thing I'll say. And if they can pull it off, that'd be awesome. But there's a lot of questions I have right now. But I'm looking forward to it. What do you guys think of the whole prospect of, like, quick final note here, but what do you think of the whole prospect of there being a fourth chair now.
I want to hear more about it because I don't know.
Competition breeds greatness, though.
That's a great point.
That's true. Yeah, it might push. I definitely think this announcement is pushing Microsoft to be like, okay, we got to start talking about our Nintendo thing and our streaming service.
You think about it, PlayStation destroying Xbox made Xbox as good as they have recently.
Oh my gosh, with their backwards compatibility.
If Xbox was to dominate this thing, they would have just been like, oh yeah, we have
this raises
we have some cool exclusives, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This
raises kind of like PlayStation's doing right now. They're not doing
exactly. Yeah.
Well, this raises the question of destroys you.
Yeah. We don't need a Game Pass. We don't need crossplay.
Yeah. Do you think that if Xbox would have won this generation, if backwards compatibility would even be a thing?
Yeah.
Because they did that to try to beat PlayStation. They were like, we have backwards compatibility.
If Xbox would have come out on this generation on top and PlayStation wasn't, we'd be seeing PlayStation doing all the things Xbox doing. It'd be PlayStation announcing, look, Game Pass, or this cool feature, or look, we got 10 times more exclusive. Boom, they'd be pushing everything super hard.
Trying to,
because they would want, like Hasten said, that's a great point, competition breeds excellence. Like, these companies, that's what pushes them to want to be better. Xbox would not be in the place they are right now if it wasn't for them being in second place behind PlayStation, you know? And I think that's awesome. So I think it's a good thing at the end of the day. And like Tanner said, I hope this is a little push and nudge for Xbox to be like, hey, get your xCloud thing out.
They've been talking about it for how long? It's been like, it was since last
E3.
E3.
A year. I think it was E3 last year. It's been almost a year.
In not a word.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. Yeah, and I don't want this to be another Illumiroom fiasco. I want this to happen. But like I said, I don't necessarily think this is competition yet because we haven't heard enough about it. We don't know if it's subscription based. We don't even know like what it is really.
We're supposed to hear more this summer, so my hope is that it's at E3.
That'd be cool
because we have lost so much E3 stuff this year.
Yeah, that'd be a huge, big one. We'll just replace all the ones we've lost. Yeah, I hope so too. So.
Do you know how cool that'd be if like now like going forward in the future, like Stadia. If there's a Stadia press conference for E3.
You know what? I mean, I'm all for Stadia. I'd love to see them start making their own exclusives. Like that'd be sick. Like
they have a development company.
Yeah. I mean, what if even they bought out somebody
like
and they
Stadia Studios?
Yeah, Ubisoft starts being exclusively to Stadia. You know, like. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. I hope it's good. I hope it's not like just some marketing ploy where they're like, we make games now, and it's not really anything.
Yeah, and also I'm curious if it's like, so if Stadia announces, so does everyone own Stadia already? Like, that's what I'm curious. Like, do I own Stadia already, even though, like, or is it I have to sign up for a subscription? Because
I think it's a subscription.
I think so, too. I think it's more like a Netflix. Where you just play
that's what I'm imagining too. Basis. So it's like if the next Stadia, let's say the next Stadia big exclusive comes out, that first party studio releases their new game. It's called blah blah blah, you know, and it's like, I want to play that. Can I just go on Google, type in that name, boom, and then buy it?
That would
for $60.
How would they?
Play it?
That's the thing is they would lose so much money, and so many companies would. Nobody want their game on the Stadia. Like, but
this is interesting. Think about this then. So if they're promoting like AC Odyssey and all these big games, do I just sign up for a $12.99 subscription service a month and then have access to every AAA game? That sounds way too good to be true.
See, they might do
because that'd be like if Game Pass offered every single game. Like if Steam did a Game Pass and it was every
game on Steam,
every game on Steam.
That is an argument.
Why would
though,
you not do that?
This might be more of a Game Pass thing because Game Pass might not have every single game, but it has the majority of the ones you want to play. Like I go on Game Pass and I'm like, oh yeah, I found the one I want to play. I'm not ever like, frick, they don't have this on Game Pass.
I don't know. They don't have like a lot of big ones.
Yeah,
like they're.
I mean, besides the newest ones.
Well, yeah,
that's what I want. Though.
Yeah, that's what. People
want.
I
know, but I doubt that's going to be the Stadia. I doubt when a game launches, it's going to be on Stadia. I doubt it. I don't think like.
I think it will.
Like, Last of Us 2 is on Stadia.
Well, Last of Us 2 won't be because it's. PlayStation,
I know. I'm just saying. For instance, like a big time game.
I think. Google's one of the biggest, if not the biggest company in the world. Like they have money to throw around.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna pay these companies like, hey, put it on Stadia.
Dude, see, this would be insane. That would be a crazy deal. Like even if it was $20 a month, they say, and it's every freaking big AAA game that's third party. That's huge. Like, could you imagine?
Did they say if you're gonna be able to put it on your TV?
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
I hope so.
You could Google Chromecast it or whatever, you know, if nothing else. So I'm sure, because then they have to.
If you can put it on your TV, then you're looking at a competitor.
Then definitely. Then you are,
in a way.
Because I think this is more. This is definitely more of a competitor, not necessarily to the consoles for me, but more for like a competitor to Game Pass. Because Game Pass has kind of been the overarching like monopoly of like, oh, the pass
Netflix.
for games. Yeah, like nothing. Nintendo doesn't have anything like that. PlayStation, nothing.
Yeah.
So like Xbox, if you want just like free games monthly where you just play every game, then yeah, it's Game Pass, right? This is like finally a competitor to that, where it's like if you want to be playing games constantly without downloading, without.
I guess kind of, not really, but Nintendo kind of has one with their online service.
With the old games.
Because it's like the old games.
But
like,
still.
Here's our old games.
Yeah, they're a little behind.
You get 20 total.
You guys get the old NES games for free.
Yeah, and they add 2 every month from what it seems
do they?
like right now. Yeah, 2 new.
Do you have to
NES games.
download them?
No, they just automatically go to the app. It's like an app for all the NES games, and you click on it, and it has the entire.
Is it only NES?
It's pretty
not
cool.
SNES.
It's only NES right now.
See, that's a
They
little...
said they're gonna do SNES, and they
Hopefully.
probably will eventually do like N64 and GameCube.
That'd be cool.
Which would be
See,
really cool.
GameCube
If
is
they
what
did,
I'm excited
if they
about.
did
Awesome.
GameCube, that'd
When
be
they're like GameCube and you could play like
Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
all these cool,
Luigi's
like there's so many
Mansion,
cool games on that
Mario
thing.
Sunshine.
Well, I'm looking forward to like NFL Street.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Madden
Those,
08.
those are my favorite sports games of all time, and I love
That would
sports
be
games.
awesome. Also, quick side note while we're talking about that, Konami announced a Castlevania collection for the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
And Contra, which is really cool. So like a bunch of the old
But
Castlevania games
I'm
are
actually
on
confused
Switch.
about it. Is it a remaster? Because it looks
don't
like a
think so.
remaster.
I don't think so. So it's like 8 Castlevania games. 4 of them have been confirmed, 4 coming soon. They're announcing later. But it's like the original 3 Super Castlevania, and then one.
It's all the 2D scroller ones.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're remastered, but they're just like coming to Switch. And
I never
Xbox
played
PlayStation is
Castlevania.
cool.
But the thing is if it was, because like the first Castlevania...
I don't know if you'd like it necessarily.
The first Castlevania is already
Maybe
on
you
the NES thing.
What was
isn't it? On the online service, isn't the first Castlevania already on there?
I don't think it is. I mean, it might be, but not.
Because I don't know if
Castlevania
it'd be
3
worth
isn't.
it, like buying and then just getting the first Castlevania.
Well, yeah, but if it's only $20,
Because it'd be
and it
cool if
comes
they
with 8.
came with the other 3 and then they remastered the first one at least.
That would be cool.
Because like that's what something like Master Chief Collection did, where it was like, oh, you get all them, just the normal ones, but we remastered number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Nintendo and Microsoft, real fast. Speaking of their service, Cuphead has been officially confirmed to come to Nintendo Switch. Which this goes back to what we were talking about with Xbox, like
Good job.
playing nice with everyone, and Xbox Live is confirmed to be on Cuphead for Switch. It's not coming right away at launch.
Is there an
but it will
Xbox
be
Live
coming.
app then?
Not yet. That's one thing that's weird. Is like that's been confirmed, but like they haven't said.
Because like the Xbox Live app on the phone is awesome.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But like, I hope it's like the same thing as just on the Switch.
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
I hope it's a little different though. I hope it's a little more fleshed out if it's on the Switch. I hope it's not just the exact phone app.
I mean, I think it'd be fine. I mean,
I think it would work.
Make it more Switch based, obviously, like the layout.
Right, and well, I'm hoping for also like the Game Pass thing. I think that'd be sick.
Oh yeah, well that's rumored too, so that'd be cool. But yeah, like, do you know how cool it'd be if like you can just? I really hope like you can just sign into your Xbox Live account as an app on the Switch, and then it's like, oh great, now I look at my Xbox profile and it's like Zelda Breath of the Wild, and there's a ton of achievements I can get for it, and it's like boom, I just got freaking 10,000.
I don't know if we're gonna get achievements for the Nintendo
know.
games though.
I don't know if that. We'll see. It might happen.
That'd be cool though.
What if the next gen of Xbox they take achievements away and they eliminate your gamer score? What would you do?
That'd be
People
one
would
of the
flip.
dumbest things
But what if they said the amount of gamer score you have, you get that amount of money? $38,000.
I wish they would do that. That'd be
Yay!
amazing.
$445,000.
Yeah, $308,000.
Oh my gosh, I'd be rich in Xbox money.
Yeah, and it's only Xbox money. I'd still do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, so Cuphead coming to Switch. What do you guys think of Xbox playing nice with Nintendo and like putting basically a ton of their games on Switch?
Makes me
I
want
like
to cream
it.
my pants.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've talked about it in an earlier episode. Go check it out. I don't remember which one, but we talked about it a lot. It's a big thing. I mean, we've never seen this before with competitors getting this close in bed and stuff. But
It gets me excited because it gets us one step closer to the possibility of Cuphead being in Smash. Which
I
is
know.
nuts, so
well,
that'd be awesome.
and not just necessarily Smash, but
He's
everything.
just shooting things at his fingers.
Yeah, just
I mean, like imagine just Cuphead stuff and items being in multiple games. You know, you can have Xbox like Master Chief costumes and other games, and then like Monster Hunter World. I don't know. It's just like it's a mix of all these different franchises and games that were exclusive, which is cool. I
Yeah,
think it's
and
really cool.
speaking of Studio MDHR confirmed also you can now play as Mugman single player. So instead, before if you played single player, you had to play as Cuphead. Now you can choose to play Mugman, which is cool.
Speaking of the Switch and ports, we are also getting Castle Crashers Remastered for the Switch. Castle Crashers Remastered came to the Xbox One, which it's actually not just for the Switch. It's Castle Crashers Remastered for the PS4 and the Switch. People were upset because they were like, oh, it's going to be a sequel, but it's just a port. It looks cool, though. It's a brand new Barbarian mode. It's really cool because it's 4-player, couch co-op. Castle Crashers is classic couch co-op, so that's cool. Another thing for Behemoth.
Yeah, and then they also, at the Nindies event, I think it was this morning, they announced a new Zelda tie-in game called Cadence of Hyrule, which is like just a really small Zelda indie game.
There's one coming out this year, isn't there? Like a mainline?
Yeah, so Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening. Yeah, that comes out this fall. That looks pretty cool. But this is like another one that's like really indie. It's being developed by like an indie studio. I don't understand it fully yet. But yeah, they have like the Link license, which is really cool with Zelda in it. So, and Zelda's playable, which is a big deal because I think it's the first time she'll be playable in like a mainline Zelda game. Not necessarily
it's not mainline.
It's more of a spin-off. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess she was playable in like Hyrule Warriors, I think. But anyway, also speaking of Xbox, they announced that Master Chief Collection is getting Halo Reach remastered, which is pretty crazy because.
That's actually weird. No, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
I was just going to say, it's pretty crazy because this game is freaking like how old now? Like 6 years old?
Which
they're
game?
Updating it still? Master Chief Collection.
Oh, yeah.
And they're bringing Reach to it, which is a whole nother game.
And it's going to PC.
What's weird is, so Master Chief Collection was marketed as the Master Chief Collection, right? And then they added ODST and Reach, which don't have Master Chief in them. Both of those games, Master Chief's nowhere to be seen. So it's a little weird.
Well,
because,
I mean, slight spoilers for Halo Reach. From what I understand,
no. So in Halo
he
Reach,
makes like a brief
slight
appearance.
spoilers. Halo Reach, he never shows his face.
Okay.
But when you get into the Infinity at the very end, there's a pod, and somebody says that's Spartan 115. And it's obviously Master Chief.
Yeah.
Of course, he's not in it though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm excited for is Reach was my what's the word? Like gateway drug into games. You know. Reach was my Halo Reach was the game that I got into that got me into gaming because they had like
gaming. I don't know about gaming.
No, like hardcore gaming.
Okay.
Like of course games. I was like Sunshine Mario and stuff. I'm talking like hardcore gaming. It was Halo 100%.
Mine was COD.
Yeah.
Easy.
MW3. That's right.
MW3 and Reach were my.
We need that. Should be a good topic one day. Is talk about like what got us in, like the hardcore gaming.
Yeah, because like before that, of course, gaming is different because like playing Smash and Ninja Turtles and Mario and stuff like this is different.
I mean, it's hardcore still, but like
no, I'm talking like at the time. Yeah, I was playing Sunshine Mario, and then I'd just go run outside and do whatever. I was freaking like 8,
just like
I was freaking like, but like I'm talking like when you get into gaming,
that's what you do as a kid. You just run outside like
and you're like actually trying hard, and you're I don't know, actually playing to play, instead of just like mindlessly playing the game.
I was quick side note. I was thinking about that was a great picture of us on the last episode when we all went
and Perkins,
and we all did it at the exact same moment. And all pointed.
Is that what you posted on Instagram?
Yeah. I was gonna tell you. I was actually pissed because on our Evermore episode, we are all doing the pose for the angel statue, and literally Hasten does it, and right as you finish doing it, Connor does it. And then right as Connor finishes doing it, I do it. It's like, why couldn't we all do it at the same time?
It's funny, too, because I was going to tell you, I was like, that pointing picture would have been perfect for the thing. And then you did it, and I was like, oh, perfect.
And Perkins,
yeah, that was a great one.
I usually just go through and try to find the best picture.
And I like how you put all our faces on it.
Yeah.
I like how you're like, I'm supposed to be Kevin.
I'm supposed to be Kevin.
I was going to do it, but I was like, nah. Just kidding.
Do you guys have anything else to say about Reach?
No.
Okay. Next... news story is COD Mobile. This game is a surprise. So Call of Duty announced that they're doing a mobile game that's going to feature a bunch of things from previous games. Like
what if you saw Hijack and it's like what if you jump into it? It's like Hijack, Nuketown,
Hard Hat,
like Terminal, Dome, Hard Hat Dome.
It is that. Gosh. No, they are. So
they just picked the best of all the maps. So and they're like, there's these maps.
In the promotional on the Google Play Store, we're looking through the pictures. You can like pre-register. It shows creating a class, and he's got I think the Type 95, and in his secondary slot, he's got the B-23R from Black Ops 2, and he's playing as Ghost from MW3. He's got a specialist, I think is like the Gravity Slam. It's literally like a combination, and then they're playing on Nuketown.
Yeah, so here's what they say about it. It's free to play, which is pretty crazy. That's awesome. Take the heart-pounding, adrenaline-fueled action of Call of Duty with you wherever you go. Play your way across multiple game modes as you engage in head-to-head battle through fan-favorite maps like Nuketown and Crash, all optimized for mobile. And the best part, it's free to play with updates.
Yeah, which is crazy, because even, I don't know if, there's Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies on the phone already, and it's $7. And it's crap.
Really?
It came out like a long time ago.
Yeah,
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. And so this is free to play. It's the first Call of Duty, it's the first ever Call of Duty game ever to be licensed as Call of Duty to be free. Because even Call of Duty Online, which was in Japan, cost money. And it's the first Call of Duty that was free and has multiplayer and zombies combined. So it's got, what they showed as far as the trailers and promotional, they've showed a lot of multiplayer. But then they teased zombies and they teased Blackout, which I don't know why they wouldn't just have been like, okay, it's obviously Blackout.
Well, because my imagination is that Blackout and zombies won't be there on launch. I think those will be coming much later.
Because look at this, Hasten. So, for example, they have Hijacked in one picture and then him playing as Soap in the next picture.
That's sick. What map is that?
So there's a bunch of characters from previous games coming back, like Soap, Ghost.
Like their standoff from Black Ops 2.
A lot of favorite characters.
Oh, yeah, I love standoff.
Yeah, that's what gets me most excited.
Look, he's playing as Ghost.
That's what gets me the most excited, is that there's going to be a lot of maps that are classic to the series.
Well, and I'm hoping like we can jump in and we're all playing together, and even you could play with like the NVIDIA or the Stadia controller, because I want a controller, and we're like, playing Nuketown one map, and then the next one we're playing Hard Hat. Like I've always wanted that. It's kind of like what we were talking about, and we have an episode. The Super Base Heroes episode where we talk about what games we want to be ultimate treatment.
That's so crazy, yeah.
And Call of Duty was one that we wanted because we wanted a collection of all of them, not just the studios, but the franchise itself.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's the franchise and not the studios, because if it was made by Treyarch, it would be all Black Ops stuff.
And this is cool too, because you know how cool it would be if we're just like hanging out at a family reunion or something. We all just can pull out our phone and be like, let's just play a quick team deathmatch round.
On Terminal.
On Terminal or freaking Nuketown or something like that. Hijacked. I hope, my hope is that they're all smaller-esque maps, like Hijacked, Dome, Hard Hat. Like, I don't want them to be huge maps. I want them to be that kind of size and have it be like 5v5, 4v4.
Oh, right. Like so that's another thing that they talked about, which was the game modes. It's not just Team Deathmatch.
It's Team Deathmatch.
They said there's multiple game modes. It doesn't.
What I really care about is Team Deathmatch.
Of course, yeah. And I'm hoping there's also like Domination, Search and Destroy and stuff.
My big thing is...
I don't need a ton in this, honestly.
Like, my big thing is controller.
Yeah.
We talked about this last night.
That's what I...
COD. But it's like, I hate mobile controls.
Yeah, me
They're
too.
the worst.
They're awful.
So, like, I don't care if Activision sends, like, controllers to stores that, like, will connect to your phone and play. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Like, I'll buy one, because I do not want to play COD on my freaking...
Or once again, I hope that you can freaking connect to an Xbox controller or something like that. Or like Tanner was just saying, I wonder if Stadia will be compatible. Like, you can just get the Stadia controller.
I hope so.
Because, did you guys see PlayStation? You can now stream your PlayStation game on your phone via, like, the PSN app or something like that. And people were trying to play, like, Bloodborne or something with the touchscreen controls, and they couldn't do crap. They were just getting murdered, like, right away. So... yeah, I do not want to play this with touchscreen controls. That's awful. So, or do you know what would be cool? I really hope, and I don't think this will happen, but do you know how cool if Call of Duty Mobile came to Switch? Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be way sick.
That would be way cool.
And that's the thing, is it's not. They've never said it's exclusive to, like.
I mean, it's literally called mobile, but
mobile.
I know. Yeah,
Switch is mobile.
Yeah, I know. So that's what gives me hope, because we don't have a Call of Duty game on the Switch, so this would be perfect. It's not something
we have one on the Wii.
Yeah, that's true. And Wii U, I think, got
was it?
a couple Call of Duties, which is nuts. But yeah, never got one on Switch yet. So that would be cool if like Call of Duty Mobile went on there, because it's not obviously going to be nearly as graphics heavy as, you know, Black Ops 4 on Xbox One or something. So hopefully we can get it on the Switch and it runs just like how it does on mobile, but you can actually use your Joy-Cons or Pro Controller or whatever.
So they did show off Seatown. They showed off C10 from MW3, firing range from Black Ops 1, standoff from Black Ops 2, terminal from Modern Warfare 2. They showed off a ton of maps. They said it's on the trailer. It says multiple score streaks from different games, multiple game loadouts, guns, outfits, and also perks and specialists. So it's pretty much like a combination of, think about anything from any Call of Duty, and there's some of all of them. I don't think it's all of them. Like, that'd be crazy. There'd be like 300 guns.
It's everything from every Call of Duty on mobile.
Yeah.
That would actually be, it's kind of surprising that...
I would be... What if next year, this Modern Warfare 3 is just like, it's everything that was in any of the Modern Warfares?
Oh, you mean MW4?
MW4.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
Awesome.
That'd be
There's
awesome.
been a lot of rumors that are popping out about it. And like, I think
cool.
there was a screenshot of like a start menu that came out. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out that's like, the next one's going to be Modern Warfare. And it's not confirmed yet.
Yeah, and we usually get the Call of Duty reveal April, May. So it's going to be in the next couple months.
Do you think there's going to be an Assassin's Creed?
And there's almost always leaks that you kind of know like what's coming.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be Modern Warfare 4, and I'm pumped because Modern Warfare 3 is one of my favorite COD.
Me too. I mean, that was our introduction into COD, or introduction into COD for sure. Yeah, and I think if I'm not mistaken, they already confirmed there won't be an Assassin's Creed this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they're waiting till next year, and the rumors are that it's going to Rome, which is kind of like they've already done that. They've already done that though, right? Kind of. I mean, no, they did Italy.
Yeah, they haven't done Rome like a gladiator.
No,
that's
Rome.
True.
That's Odyssey.
No, Odyssey's Greece.
Odyssey's. I thought it was Egypt.
No, Odyssey's.
You're thinking Origins.
Origins Egypt.
Odyssey is Greece.
But that's Greece and Rome.
Rome is different.
Rome is in Odyssey.
I think Brotherhood.
I don't think it is.
Brotherhood, you can go into like the Roman Colosseum and stuff, but you're not a Roman warrior.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. If it was
you're
set
part of the
during...
Templars.
Yeah. Okay.
You're fighting against the Templars.
I'd like to see something different. I'd like to see like ancient China.
Yeah, see, that's what I want.
China's a big one, like a samurai.
Dude, like samurai, ancient China, that'd be sick.
I'd love Japan, like
dragons.
An Asian one, I think would be awesome. It'd be a lot like Sekiro or Ghost of Tsushima, something like that. And also, I know a lot of people want like a Civil War one. That'd be cool too. Like that'd be like way modern day. It'd be like the first Assassin's Creed with like guns. But I think something like that would be interesting.
A modern day Assassin's Creed. Would
Not necessarily modern day, but like I think Civil War would be cool. Something like that. They did Revolutionary
Call of Duty Iraq.
Crazy.
He's running around with an AK. Allahu Akbar!
That'd be a very strange Assassin's Creed.
That'd be freaking weird.
It's like what Ubisoft took a weird direction with this one. Anything else you guys want to say about Call of Duty Mobile?
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. No launch date.
Yeah,
so.
but you can, guys, go pre-register for it on your mobile device. It's available to pre-register on iTunes.
I'm happy that Black Ops 4 was good. Otherwise, I wouldn't give a crap.
Oh, I know. I'd be like, Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah.
Things sucked for 6 years now. Hasn't been good since Black Ops 2.
For real.
Speaking of Black Ops 4, it was super disappointing that the Shamrock mode didn't come to Xbox One until later.
Oh, right. So we have been playing Black Ops 4 a lot. And
last night we went insane. We played for 8 hours till like 7 a.m.
So they literally announced the day of St. Patrick's Day that there was a Shamrock mode coming to PS4. Exclusively. And everyone's like, woo!
On St. Patrick's Day.
And it's
coming later. The same exact mode 2 days later.
No, not. This is St. Patrick's Day. This is a nothing holiday. It's a one-day thing. Nobody celebrates it
in the U.S.
after. Yeah, in the U.S. In most countries, it's not Irish. Or in most countries,
in most
that's
countries,
not
they
Europe.
don't know what St. Patrick's Day is.
Exactly.
Yeah, why do we celebrate?
It's kind of like if they had a 4th of July event, but you didn't get to play the 4th of July event until 3 days after.
Yeah, it's like what?
You know. So what happened was, it came to PS4 on St. Patrick's Day, and then 2 days later, we got to play the Shamrock mode.
Yeah, we were joking. It's like it'd be like if they for the Christmas event was like, all right, Xbox players, you can play the Christmas event in January,
and then you get to play the Halloween event right now.
Yeah, the Halloween event right now for Christmas.
It's
like what?
But anyway,
it made no sense to. I understand DLC is a week delayed. That's fine. Yeah. But these modes you can't delay on singular holiday days.
Dude, and thank goodness that the delay for the DLC is only a week now. Remember back in the MW3s, it was a month.
I think that's when we had exclusivity. That's when
that's when Xbox had exclusivity. Well, we meaning you.
Meaning Xbox.
Me.
When
we.
Yeah.
But speaking of Black Ops 4, there actually was some news. So the new Zombies map is coming out or revealing tomorrow. They've been tweeting about it. It's a mystery. People think it's like Poseidon. But so
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Imagine
So-
if it's underwater.
Interesting.
yeah, it looks like it's in a cave. There's probably going to be underwaterness, but so it's either getting announced or coming out tomorrow. So they've been teasing that a ton because this DLC was weird. They cut it into so many pieces and then they're like, hey.
One complaint
Like,
I have
here's your
about,
specialist and your multiplayer
Yeah.
maps. And then here's your update for Blackout. And then now we're going to do zombie.
Yeah, I get.
It's only half the
I get
zombies
why
now.
they're doing it. They're splitting it up because they want
Extend
more,
the
they
life.
want people to come back more often. But I would much prefer how they did it in the old days, where it was 4 packs, just like
4 packs.
boom, all of it in one pack. Because then I could keep up. I'd be like, oh, July we get the new pack, and it's gonna be huge, and we get all that content on that day. Instead of it being like piecemealing it, where it's like you get one thing this week. 2 things in 5 weeks.
It was
and one thing in the next week.
Bungie did this with Destiny. It was a way to deter hardcore people from destroying and abusing the game the first day and getting to max level and getting everything in the game and then be like, there's nothing else to do. They wanted to make it to where like, oh, you have this and then you can wait for the other one, right? I have nothing against that because Destiny's doing it right now with the what's it called? Season pass, expansion pass, where it's like every 2 months or so they reveal or announce like a little tiny bit of content, which is nice because it's like I'd rather have consistent content than like one big drop and then you get bored and then you stop playing, Especially with something like Black Ops 4 because I really enjoy Black Ops 4 and I want reasons to come back. But if they're not constantly coming out with stuff, it's like sometimes I'm like, there's other games. Yeah, there's other games to play. Destiny, Fortnite, Sekiro.
They've had to do it because of the way things are nowadays. Right. Like that's just how games are curated. Is they've released there has to be weekly content or else people are gonna get upset and bothered or whatever. So it's like that's why they're doing it.
Which I miss the days when it's just like a game comes out, that's it.
Well, I even just miss the days of like the classic days of MW3 Black Ops 4 where it's like you get the season pass, 4 DLC packs, over the course of a year. Like part of me kind of likes that delivery style, but it's just a thing
now.
that
Like it depends on how you're gonna play it because there's these people that play COD and that's the only thing they play. So having stuff weekly is kind of nice.
It's really nice. Yeah.
But then you like. For us, like maybe we jump into another game and then we come back to COD and we have all this new content.
See, and
we don't get the Shamrock mode 2 days late.
A game I want to bring up that another thing they do pretty revolutionary is Fortnite actually with their weekly based challenges for the battle pass, right? Because that's something is, of course, there's big events like a new season starting. Like season 8 just started, I think, like 2 weeks ago. But they also have every week there's new challenges, right? And this is something we were talking about yesterday with Apex Legends. Is we want challenges. They came out with the battle pass because something that we forgot to talk about.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, but Fortnite has these challenges where it's like, oh, land at this certain place, get kills with this certain gun. It gives you reasons to try out different stuff, and that's the fun of it. Like me and my little brother will play together, and we're like, oh, we have to use this gun, or we have to land at this place, and then we do it, and it's fun, right? But then if you don't have those challenges, if you don't have a reason to go do it, you're just going to do the same thing you always do. Go to this place, use these guns, and then die at the end to sweaty guys with 3,000 kills, So
that's us for sure.
That's us for Apex.
Speaking of Apex, we'll go ahead and jump into that now unless you guys have anything else to say about what were we just talking about? Call
just like DLC coming out. And
oh, yeah. Do you guys have anything else to say about that?
No. I like that. I like that system. I hope more games adapt that of like the almost weekly basis of not even I don't care about big content, right? Even just like a challenge. No, but even just like a challenge where like for Black Ops 4 1 week they're like get 300 kills with the SOG, and then the next week is like get 300 kills with this gun because then you're like I gotta use this one.
You got something to go for.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And then you just get like an exclusive sticker or exclusive.
Yeah,
banner.
I guess part of me agrees with that to an extent because it's like Smash Bros, for example, does it the old-fashioned way. Like right now, I'm looking forward to the spring update. That's their big thing they're pushing, the 3.0 update, which is going to add a bunch of new stuff. But like since then, like the last update we got was Piranha Plant. It's like they do it every couple months. They do one big one. It's like we got 2.0 end of January, and now 3.0 is going to come end of April. So it's going to be almost like a 3-month period in between the updates, which it's like so in between those periods. There's nothing really to look forward to necessarily. Right. It's going to be the same stuff. So part of me gets the appeal of having stuff weekly, but at the other times, like I'm really looking forward to the end of April because I'm basically going to get like a huge DLC pack for Smash, which is cool.
And so one thing I will defend companies for is It pisses me off when I hear people like fans of Destiny. They'll be like, "Why can't you guys come out with a raid every single DLC? And why can't you have all these new guns and all this new stuff?" Because that takes serious work. They don't realize they have to balance it. They have to do a lot of stuff. But I want what I think is the best, right? Is they keep their normal DLC schedule, right? Once every 3 months, whatever you want to do. But if you're just having something you don't even have to add to the game, but just making a challenge where it's like, if you do this special thing, you're basically getting more replay value, but not really, because nothing has been adding to the game. You're just doing something different, but getting a reward out of it, you know? Because I don't know, I'd love to see that with so many of these games we play, like Smash. Like, imagine if Smash Brothers came out and they're like, we're adding this new weekly challenge base where they're like, get 50 KOs with Shulk with his Smash thing,
and you
active.
get this thing,
and you get
Even
a skin.
another add to your spirit board or something.
Yeah, you get this exclusive spirit.
Exclusive spirit.
Yeah, and even though you're not into spirits, you'd be like, oh, I kind of want that because it's cool. You know, exclusive. I'm a hardcore player, and I'm just gonna get.
And that's not even something they have to balance. They could literally just put that.
It's
exactly.
a sticker. It's like it's a JPEG.
It's like them. Even like, for example, Batman Arkham Knight. Let's say they did this too. Like, even now, this game's been out forever. They're like, get certain amount of kills with the grapple gun and get this, instead of the normal bat suit, it's red. You know, it's like, it's something so small that they don't even have to add, but it gives that replay value. It gives people who love the game reason to go back.
Come back. Like Spider-Man, I don't have any reason to go back because I'm pretty much 100% on it.
But if they started having little challenges to give you exclusive stuff, you might go back and be like, okay, I want to do this. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have convinced me. I think that's a good point. I think I understand why the industry is headed that way. And it makes sense. It makes perfect sense for the player, for, like, the gamers. I guess part of me is just kind of nostalgic, and I miss the classic days.
And I think it's just because games nowadays become more and more... They have become more and more ongoing. Because that's a new award we got, the VGAs now, was ongoing games. So many games are ongoing now. Like, even stuff that are single-player games, like Spider-Man or God of War. Yeah. You know, like, they're eventually getting to the point where they're like, we want people to keep playing the game until we can have the next one, right? Keep them interested in the series. Because then you look at some of these games, like, I don't even know what to think of, because you'll forget them, right? Like, there was a game, Infamous, on the PlayStation, right? Yeah. Nobody cares about that game anymore. Because it came out...
Well, people care about it.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's not known right now. But until they come out with their next game. What they're trying to do is they're trying to keep people to remember it.
And keep buying these coins and stuff.
Yeah, this is actually, once again, I know we say this a lot, but it's a topic for another day. Because this is interesting because, there are some games that, like God of War. God of War has gone on the record saying, we're not doing any DLC for it. No season pass, no extra story DLC, nothing. You get the one experience, the $60 package, boom, and we give you the Game of the Year. In fact, I was just looking and it won GDC Game of the Year. So it's literally won like almost every Game of the Year.
And it deserves it.
It deserves it. And so it's like, there's something to be said about having a full game in a $60 package, boom, you get that, and then you're done. The experience is, you experience this amazing journey, and then it's done, and there's no more. You know, but then there's also these
it sounded like the Switch clicks. He's like,
oh yeah, I was like,
no, because you said the perfect word, Journey. That brings me back to a game called Journey. Think about something like Journey, right? It was a full game, but like I said, you come out with that game, as much as your game is amazing, God of War, best game ever, it's got such good content, it can completely be gone from the limelight unless you're doing something with it. It doesn't even have to be DLC. But like, something like God of War, if they don't do anything, give it a year or two, nobody's going to remember unless they come out with a sequel.
That's what they're going for,
though. Well, they'll remember, but it's not going to be like, oh, God of War. Like, I mean, you're not ever like, oh, Journey. You know?
No, I totally am. I disagree. I think what you're trying to say is something a little different, because what I think you're trying to say...
Do you have reason to go back and play Journey, though?
Well, no.
Are you going to go back and play
that's the thing, is they're not games that are made that way. They're not... Right. I don't think the creators of God of War made it in mind like, oh, people are going to be coming back to this every single week for all the new content. Like, that's not what they want.
But keeping things relevant, right? They want their game to be relevant.
I think
because more and more people
they made their game relevant by making it the best game of 2018.
No, because
it'll always be remembered as the best game of 2018.
But even me, right? I have not played God of War yet, right?
But you've heard about it,
and I want to. But that's the thing, is I'll get to the point where I'll forget about it though, and then I won't buy it. But if I keep getting reminded of it, I'll be like, fine, I'll play it.
I think you're talking about two different kinds of games, though. That's the thing, is you just aren't a story-driven
But even if it was story-driven, right? Because like there's some games that I really enjoy that are story driven.
Well, what's an online game that receives weekly content that is strictly story driven? Like strictly. Because I know Destiny has story elements, but it's not a story-driven game. People don't play Destiny necessarily for the story. They play it for the looter-shooter aspect of it, you know? They play it for the gameplay. God of War, yes, you play for the gameplay, but at the end of the day, it's like that story is what you're playing it for, to experience those characters and like what's happening.
But then you can look at something like Walking Dead, right? Walking Dead Season 1, they had these seasons, these episodes that came out. That's what kept it relevant, right? Ooh, the next episode's coming out. Let's see what the story has to offer.
I don't think everything has to be relevant, though, because, I mean, for example, look at freaking the Lord of the Rings trilogy. One of the greatest trilogies of all time. It's not like they're making Lord of the Rings movies right now to stay relevant. Like, Lord of the Rings will always be remembered as an amazing trilogy, even though it was 15 years ago.
Well, of course not, but, like, being relevant, as stupid as it sounds, gives you more money, which gives you more content. Because, look, like Walking Dead, for example.
But not everything needs to be monetized.
But Telltale, right? Telltale. They just went out of business because they weren't making enough. Maybe they made some stupid decisions. Maybe they made... But that's even still, lack of relevancy, lack of people, lack of sales, whatever, it hurt them a lot. Because after Walking Dead Season 1, maybe a couple other games, it was kind of like, okay, they weren't there anymore. That's what I'm talking about. Is any game can lose its luster and be gone. If you enjoy a game, I feel like you should be invested in it. Like for me, for Destiny, I don't want Destiny to just disappear one day. We don't have the money. We're going out of business. Whatever. That's why I keep going back.
F you and your $60 game.
Yeah. But
sorry about that $6 you just meant. We're out.
Yeah.
We promised you content for the next 2 years,
exactly.
but we just took your money and ran.
And so I don't know. I feel like there's a big disconnect there. Like with God of War, I want to play God of War.
So what are you saying? You think God of War should be adding weekly challenges and stuff like that?
No, not at all. Not at all. But
I don't think every game needs to be
not at all. That's not what I'm saying, though. It's because, like, I want God of War to keep the hype going. Right?
It is. That's the thing. I think it will. I honestly, it was a Game of the Year game. They kept the hype going by being one of the best games of all time. You know, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Like... It's strange because, like, you look at Last of Us, and we remember Last of Us as just a good game, but we're not going to go back and play it.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I might one day. Like, I'm not. I'll replay certain single player games if I really love them. I'll replay them. But like, in fact, we went back and played Last of Us. I think just a couple years ago, all of us together going through it. So it's like there are exceptions to that.
That's right, we did. Huh?
Yeah, there are exceptions to that rule. Like I'm sure there's some that I have, like the first Tomb Raider. I love the first Tomb Raider. I am probably never going to go back and play that game. Like, as much as I loved it, I have no reason to go back to it, and I don't really want to. But I will always remember that experience and remember that game as a high note. I remember loving that game. Like, in fact, I can tell you exactly how I played it. I remember I beat it in one day. I rented it from Redbox.
Oh, that's right.
Beat it in one day over summer one time. So it's like...
Didn't you do that with God of War, too?
I did it in 3 days. I don't know if you could do God of War in one day.
Probably not, no.
It's a lot
You'd have to start... at like the beginning of the day and not sleep, rest.
I don't even know though. There's probably 60 hours of content in that thing.
Yeah, and that's what I did with Tomb Raiders. I literally like got it first thing in the morning, like 9 a.m. Played it till right before midnight before I had to turn it in or whatever. So, and I beat it in one day. But I remember that experience and I remember that game. Like it has relevancy to me because of that. It doesn't need to be like adding weekly stuff or like having all these updates and like stay in the limelight forever for it to be relevant, if that makes sense.
And I do agree that games are different, and certain games they don't need that. You know, they don't need that constant. But like, because then I look at like something like Fortnite, right? Apex comes out, it's apparently the Fortnite killer. Fortnite loses a lot of viewers, and then boom, a month later, Fortnite's back on top, destroying everybody. The thing is, Season 8, nobody cares about Apex anymore.
People care about Apex.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like as a joke, but kind of like Like you look at viewers.
The thing I think you're forgetting though is this is new. This is
I know. That's the thing. That's why it's so hard to explain.
What you're talking about didn't exist 5 years ago. When we started playing, MW3 together, that type of genre of games didn't exist.
It's brand new.
Like it's brand new. It literally probably started with the first Destiny.
I mentioned it when you walked over there. That's why in the VMAs they have that new. VGAs.
I was like VMAs.
Not VMAs anymore.
Video Music Awards.
Yeah, VGAs. They had the ongoing game award now because that's a new thing that they have to realize. Okay,
that's a brand new.
There's
award.
Games that consistently are still alive.
I don't think they've ever had that award before. It's because it's
like
a new
like
thing.
Look at Destiny 2, right? Destiny 2, I'm pretty sure came out 2017, And it's 2019 now, and it's still going. Like, they're still adding shit.
Like Overwatch.
Yeah, and Overwatch, exactly. Better example. 2016, and they're still like, they just announced a new hero. A new hero just came out.
See, the thing is, though, is I've talked to you about this with you and our other brother, Parker, is one day, as sad as it is for people to hear, and as much as people don't want to think about it, one day Fortnite will be gone. One day Fortnite will not exist.
No, it's a single player.
Unless it's unless
it's got the single player aspect.
Yeah, unless I'm talking Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Fortnite Battle Royale, unless they
going in the map alone.
Yeah, unless they add some sort of like localized version of it where you can drop in with like friends or whatever, which they might. I'm sure they will one day. But like one day, the online functionality of Fortnite Battle Royale will be gone. Like one day, it will lose relevancy. I'm not saying it'll be anytime soon. I think Fortnite will be king for a while, but one day it will be gone, and one day it will not be popular. One day, no one will be playing it.
Well, so I'm glad you brought up.
Everything that's popular will die in a way.
Yeah, and I'm glad
not forever. Like look at Star Wars. It's back. You know.
I'm glad you brought up online games. Okay, because like something like Battlefront 2, right? It has a single player game. It has stuff. It has local. That game may die and the servers may get shut down, but you can still play it. The first ever game that was completely online that I can remember in recent memory was Titanfall 1. Very first one, they said you have to have Xbox Live. It's only multiplayer. If you do not have Xbox Live, there's nothing to do on this game. So go get a different game. You can't even play the tutorial. It's like those games didn't exist until Titanfall 1.
The tutorials are all against people.
But like those games didn't exist until Titanfall 1, right? But now you look at some of the biggest games. Fortnite is completely online. There's nothing you can do without being online. Destiny,
unless
you cannot even
single
start.
Player ones.
No, I don't even know single players. The save the world mode you cannot play without being online.
World of Warcraft is on like that thing's been out for so long.
Yeah.
And it's still huge.
Exactly.
Huge.
And there's this big argument and this big worry that what is going to happen to those, right? Because none of them have been old enough to experience a dying.
Well, and this is the thing
server end.
And this is interesting. We've transitioned into a whole nother topic, but this is kind of fun, so we'll stick with it. But like one thing we forget about is we are in the age of video. Like we are literally in the growing age of video games. Like we tend to forget about that, but movies and cinema started in the early 1900s. Video games didn't start like especially into public limelight and relevancy until like the 80s. You know, I mean, of course they existed before that.
But like, you mean public limelight home consoles?
When they became big was like 80s.
Late 80s.
It's only been like 40 years. Like video games are a new thing still.
It hasn't even been a lifetime.
Online video games especially are a new thing. They've only existed for 25 years. You know, so there's a lot of
purely online games 5 years.
Well, yeah, I'm talking like World of Warcraft though.
Yeah,
stuff like that. It's like a lot of these things are new, and so we don't exactly know what's going to happen. Like in my mind, in my prediction, just like with all things, Fortnite, Destiny, they will eventually fade, and I'm not saying they'll be forgotten. Like once again, this is why I was disagreeing with you earlier is because I think Destiny and Fortnite will be relevant in certain people's minds 20 years from now as it is today. Like you and Parker grew up with Fortnite. Those memories will stick with you whether Fortnite's dead or not. Fortnite in 20 years might not even be playable. It literally might not exist. But it'll still be relevant to you because that was one of your favorite games.
Or a better example is like Destiny, right? Because Destiny, I'll forgive Fortnite because it's like a battle royale, right? But Destiny has a campaign, a Crucible, which is like multiplayer, Gambit and stuff. It has all these different modes, all these different things. It pretty much has like a zombies mode. It's kind of like Call of Duty, right? But all of it's online. And when that server shuts down, you can't play any of that. Even like the single player-esque campaign in Destiny isn't really single player because you can run into other people.
Yeah.
You know? But that's what the scariness is, and that's what we need to talk about. We need to make this known because these companies need to know that, look, when your game loses relevancy, like Destiny 1, it's not relevant. There's still players, but it's eventually going to die. Nobody's going to be playing it. There's going to be one person online keeping the servers up, but they're going to have to shut it down because they can't afford to be doing that. What they need
brought
to
up
do.
A great point with Club Penguin.
Oh, that's what I was going to mention. Club Penguin, right? As stupid as it sounds, that game, a lot of people grew up with it. A lot of people loved it. Even I, up till it died. Like, of course, literally, I'd say about a year or so before it died, I stopped playing because I was young and I was still into it. I didn't want to leave it, but that is a game you can't go back and play. As much as money put into it, how much time, all that fun stuff you could do, whatever was in it, you can't go back. Like, that is something that is gone forever from existence. Like, you cannot just go and click Club Penguin. Like, sure, people like make their own versions, like mod versions, but you can't play the original Club Penguin, which is scary because I don't want to see some of my favorite games, which most of my favorite games are purely online.
Yeah.
Especially Destiny.
10 or like 20 years from now, me and Hasten are
should be all depressed.
Tanner's like, I have no game to play.
You guys will be playing God of War. Like, I remember this.
Tanner's like trying to show his kids the game he grew up with, and he's like,
look at
here's
these pictures.
a YouTube video.
Look, I'll be like, kids, this is Destiny. Can we play it, Dad?
No.
No.
Can we play it, Dad?
No. He's like, I can show you videos of other people
Dad,
playing it.
what about this one? What about... No, you can't play this one either.
Yeah. See, that's
Dad, you don't have any game? No.
See, there's a possibility of a very sad future if that's the case.
Right. And this is why it needs to be known. This is why it needs to be a public thing, because these companies need to realize this, right? Because...
No.
In a way, this is something that you're losing. This is time and effort gone, right? Because of course you enjoyed it while it lasted, but this is something that you want to be able to show your kids that you won't be able to. What they need to do is make a local server, right? Where you can go into Destiny, which most of the stuff is single player anyway. I barely play with other people on Destiny. And make it just where you can play it locally. You can do everything else that you can, right? Because nothing's being updated.
Which I think that's a possible chance of what they'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Just make local online play available.
But I don't know. That's my worry is that it's not possible. Because when a game's already come out, it's hard to change the
What they need
software.
to do is, even if it's literally not even local multiplayer, what if they just like make it offline? They're just like, hey, you can run around this world.
I'd be down. I'd still get to show my kids.
Well, and that's the thing is, you can, if nothing else, you can
jump back into it when I'm in my 40s.
Fortnite,
and be like,
you're just like, you
nostalgia.
drop onto an empty map. It's like the playground mode, but by yourself, and you're just like, look, this is what it was, and there was 100 people that
somebody
were
made a mod, which is the perfect example, and I don't remember, they like modded it on the PS2, but the circle encloses on one part of the map, and you jump in there with a maximum of 4 people, right? It's like couch co-op, and you're in that one spot. You collect as many weapons, and you try to kill each other till it's like King of the Hill, right? So that's a perfect example of what they could do with something like Fortnite. Because Fortnite's a lot different because it's one big mode of Battle Royale. So they could make something where you still can play it, but it's not the same experience. It's not 100-man. It's not this big thing. Because people can deny it all they want, but all good things come to an end. And Fortnite, whether it lasts 40, 50, 60 more years, it will die eventually. Even if it's 100 years from now, it'll die eventually.
When
Eventually,
Fortnite 6 is out.
Yeah, Fortnite 6, Fortnite season 852, and like, who knows? They have freaking, you can play as dogs.
That is something we'll move on because we need to move on, but I do wonder when Fortnite will start to diminish because
there's been no signs of it stopping. It's
there was a little worry there with Apex.
With Apex, yeah. There was a bit of a worry, and I remember seeing everyone like, there's one thing about Fortnite though, is it knows how to come back. Like,
the marketing thing that they did with it. Did you guys hear about what they did? The creator code. So they made the creator code pay as soon, like once Apex launches and all these creators are going and streaming this, the creator code, like the supporter creator code thing, which every creator gets 5% of whatever you buy if you put in the creator code.
So they pretty much get money if you use their creator.
They made the creator code, every time someone buys it, they 4 times it for the creators. So all the creators would stay on Fortnite.
Oh,
it was crazy. Okay. It was like genius.
Well, and not only that, but they saw the success of something like Sea of Thieves coming out of nowhere, pirate theme. They saw the success of all these.
Well,
games.
It's just a crazy bidding war, really, with these two companies, just companies in general. Like, it's crazy because like I heard that EA paid Ninja like $50 million to freaking just tweet out about Apex. Or something like. Did you guys see that? Maybe not. 50
Mr. Beast.
Maybe like 5
Mr. Beast did the whole battle.
The whole battle royale was
sponsored
by
Apex.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, money is just thrown a lot of these people's way to make their game relevant. I'm just wondering. It's such an interesting thing because going back to what we were saying, I just disagree with. I think God of War is just as relevant as Fortnite to a different group of people.
Well, like, what my argument was mainly was it won't be for as long as Fortnite will be.
I disagree. Mario 64. I think Mario 64 will be remembered by people from that generation more than Fortnite will.
Oh, of course.
It comes down to generations and not only that, certain people.
A lot of Fortnite's popularity comes from, for lack of better words, almost bandwagoning Where once Fortnite dies, the hardcore fans will remember and love it. But a lot of people will be like, that game was trash.
That's a good point. It's another. Well, I don't think they'll think it's trash, but it is.
They'll be like,
there's almost like this move on to the next big thing mentality with online games. It's like
the meta shift.
That's what, and it almost happened with Apex. It kind of did, but not fully. But it's like Apex drops. A lot of people are like, all right, Apex, new cool big thing. Let's do that, and then
freaking
something else will come along. There will always be something that comes.
Right. To flash back to 2012, I think it was Titanfall 1. Everyone was like, it's the Call of Duty killer. It's the oh my gosh. Yeah. Everyone jumped onto it, and then nope.
It was such a good game, though. It should have been.
It should have been.
But no one else like jumped on with it, and it was like.
But it was so big for like 2 months, and then just
it was a great game.
There's always the next big thing.
That is great.
That's true.
That is funny because I do remember in our old YouTube channel, we actually had a conversation about how Titanfall could potentially it was a big discussion. Like, is Titanfall going to kill Call of Duty?
You guys listening, and now you guys talk about the Apex and Fortnite competition. There was the old Titanfall Call of Duty one.
And and now look at Black Ops 4 though. It's like there isn't even going to. As of right now, Titanfall 3 isn't confirmed.
One, you could argue that Apex is the new Titanfall game, and it's destroying Call of Duty right now.
I swear I heard someone say we're working on Titanfall 3, though.
No, yeah, I did mention. They said something like, we are doing something else in the Titanfall universe besides Apex. Mm-hmm. So people are like, it has to be Titanfall 3. But still, like, I would say Call of Duty is bigger than Titanfall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's like...
Especially right now.
So it's just funny that, 5 years ago when Titanfall 1 came out, we were all like, oh, is it going to kill Call of Duty? And it's like, no, not even close.
Well, and like I said, once again, I mentioned how all good things come to an end. You look at something like in history, the ancient Romans, right? They conquered half the world. They fell. Everything falls, right? You can't stay the top dog forever. And so Fortnite has maintained its position. It's had so many falters. It's had so many games. But then it's like free battle pass, season 8. All this stuff, right? But eventually it won't. It'll lose. It'll dethrone. It'll be dethroned.
Real fast, I think this is a good transition into our next topic because I have a company that might want to disagree with you, Tanner, in what you're saying, and that's Disney. Because
Disney
monopoly.
So Tanner's bringing up, that.
I have something I want to say about this once we get into the middle of it. It's
okay.
But real quick, before we jump into Disney. We're already talking about Apex. Real quick.
Oh, frick, yeah. We totally
Apex Legends.
Let's go ahead and...
Yeah, Apex Legends Season 1 just came out. Finally.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's going to come out sometime.
You can't say finally.
Well, no,
it's been a month and a
half.
half.
What I mean is they've been saying it's going to come out someday, and everyone's like, today? Nope. Today? Nope. Today? Nope. Okay, finally.
It probably would have helped if they would have just been like...
Told you when.
It's coming out at the end of March. Yeah. Or something like that,
But, anyway, it came out... we can all give our personal opinions. First of all, I'll explain it real quick. I think it's called Wild Frontier. It's supposed to be based around monsters, like the monster skulls, and like the main gun they're advertising is Havoc and stuff like that. It's pretty lackluster. It is Season 1. We can't really complain because if you look back at a game like Fortnite, you guys probably weren't even playing Fortnite Season 1. It wasn't even relevant. It got better with Season 2. Season 1 Fortnite, it was crap, right? Apex is a lot with that. They didn't really deliver. The Battle Pass is kind of a joke.
Was Season 1 with Fortnite then Black Knight?
No, that was Season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so Season 2 was good. And then Season 3 was John Wick. They got better. Because Season 1 literally was nothing. It was like 2 skins and then like a banner. Apex Legends was better than Fortnite Season 1, but once again, it's pretty lackluster.
Apex Legends doesn't... it has... The first tier you get some skins, and from there you do not get any character skins.
Shiz. You get a brown skin for every gun, and then a brown skin for every character. That looks crap.
No, you don't get character skins except for the Octane at 49. Yeah. That's it.
And that's weird. So speaking of it, you look at the Apex in general. It's pretty new, right? They already have this new map, but they didn't add anything to the map, really, even just a small thing. Because, like, even Blackout with its first DLC added Hijacked, it added new houses. They didn't add...
I don't even think that's worthy complaining about, because it's literally been a month.
And I'm just mentioning it, just for the sake of mentioning it. So nothing was new added to the map. No new guns were added, no new items, anything consumable, nothing. There was, of course, a bunch of tweaks, a bunch of fixes, a bunch of bug fixes, but mainly, nothing of the core game changed whatsoever. The only new thing is the Battle Pass, pretty much. Which, literally is the shizziest thing I've seen.
I hate it so much.
Until the last tier. You get a really cool Havoc skin, but
the Havoc sucks.
yeah, and not only
It's
that,
like if they gave you a Mozambique skin.
what bothers
How
me,
excited would you be?
Yeah, what bothers me too is you look at games like Black Ops 4, Fortnite, and these games that have a Battle Pass-esque game. Considering these games, even PUBG, they have a free area where you can get free stuff, and Black Ops 4 is all free, but like they have a free area, and usually the free stuff is pretty good. The stuff you get for not buying the Battle Pass in Apex Legends is 2 Apex packs, and that's it.
And like some guns.
And no, I think it's like the banners that say how many kills
the level
you have.
10. No, there's like some bad. That's another thing. Level 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 10 of the things you get are just banners. That say 20.
Like, and no, it says
Or 10.
or
90,
they say like season 1 kills.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, like, and I don't want to give them too much flack because this was their first season. They learned from this.
They knew what people wanted, though.
They did, and I feel like they've learned from something like Fortnite. They look at Fortnite's Battle Pass where you get 4 legendary skins that are $20 each. You get 3 purple skins. You get freaking all these weapon skins. You get all these cool gliders. You get new dances. You get new areas of the map. You get new everything, new weapons, whatever. And then Apex kind of comes out and they're like, oh, you know, if you buy the $10 Battle Pass, you get 1 cool skin and a bunch of shiz. And then, oh, there's a new legend, but he also costs $7 separately and isn't included in the Battle Pass.
But you can earn them for free.
Which you can, but it's hard.
Pretty quick. It's not that bad.
Me and Connor have bought 1 character.
I'd say it's a decent amount. Like for somebody who doesn't play the game that often, it's going to take a lot of
like
time.
Me and Connor, for example.
You guys are close to a second, though, aren't you?
Yeah, we're halfway to a second.
We're about 6,000 away.
So I mean, yeah, it's if you play at the level we're playing at, yeah, you'll earn them within a couple months, I'd say.
But yeah, if you play at a level where you're hardcore, you could probably get them a lot sooner. But it's still pretty hard because you only get 600 of the coins every level up, and it takes 12,000. And so it's kind of a grind to earn the characters, and it's borderlining a little scary. I don't like that you can just buy the coins and buy the hero immediately. I think there should be a different way where you can earn him through the Battle Pass. I feel like that would have been a better thing, but he's permanent forever, you know? I feel like that would have been a lot easier. Then I could be like, okay, I want to grind out the Battle Pass to earn him, you know? But, I mean, the bug fixes were the best part of the season. The new season, because they changed a lot of hitboxes yesterday. They changed a lot of damage. They changed a lot of guns, a lot of just areas of the map, clipping issues and stuff. So the game is more polished than it was, but it still needs some work. As far as like their content that they're bringing in, it's a little too lackluster at the moment. So, because there's a reason that we got really into Apex, and of course we started losing, but there wasn't a lot to offer. It's like there's nothing really new. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, you kind of just
see. The thing is, I might say something a little controversial here, but I really think it's totally fine. I think the Battle Pass, yeah, it doesn't appeal to me. What they're offering on there doesn't appeal to me, but I think what they have in there is great for being out only a month and a half. If this game had been out for 4 months now, I'd be like, okay, come on, like you need to have a little better stuff. But it literally launched February 3rd, I think.
Black Ops 4, with their first season, their Battle Pass was awesome. It was medieval themed. There was legendary skins. There was legendary guns. There was a free weapon inside. There was tons of cool stuff you could earn that I really wanted, right? That wanted me to give that drive, right? When you give players a reason to earn that stuff, because that's stuff that they added in. That's not stuff that's supposed to be in the game, right? Because that's a season themed. Strictly talking about Battle Passes, Apex had the 2 biggest competitors on the side, right? It's competing with Fortnite and Call of Duty, and it sees what they're offering with their seasons. It sees that they're offering all this new stuff, even maps and weapons, but not just that, but the Battle Pass. The rewards you're getting, the amount of rewards you're getting, and the incentive to play is so high with Fortnite. Even you, if you jumped into Fortnite right now, you would see the tier skin where you get this skeleton pirate, and you'd be like, ooh, I want that. And all I have to do is this to get it. I'm going to do that. But with Apex, it was a lot of, there's no challenges. So there's no easy way to get the tiers. There's nothing new as far as like it's something you can do.
Yeah.
It's just playing the game, and then you earn a little bit of points for one tier.
I just
and
think
then it's a lot of crap.
In the last couple years, especially with the online game, like Battle Royale, like Battle Pass whole system thing. I think there's been this sense of entitlement with gamers where they think that they are owed something for a free game. I think it's a little funny because here's the thing. Apex launched
free, really,
Apex launched a month and a half ago, and whether you like it or not though, it was 100% free. I have played that game for probably over 15 hours and haven't spent a dime. So that game is free. You can play that game and enjoy that game 100% free without spending $1. So, well, all I'm saying is they are offering a free game here, and it's only been a month and a half. Like I said, if it had been 6 months, 4 months even, I would understand and be like, yeah, this needs a little more work because you are offering a service here.
Disagree.
Here's why
you're still a customer.
No, here's why.
I'm not a customer.
You are.
Yes, you are.
You're a potential
I'm
customer.
a potential customer. I'm not a customer.
Either way, not counting money. Look, I'm not talking about money anymore. This is a David and Goliath situation. You have to measure up to your opponents. But with an ongoing game, you have to be able to keep it up. With the other competitor, with your competitor, and be competing. We have the same cool battle pass. We have some cool stuff too. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Instead, they're like, we have a crappy, shizzy battle pass with one cool weapon skin. And Fortnite's like, we got pirate skins, we got ninja skins, we got cannons, we got cool revolvers, we got cool weapon skins. Like
Fortnite is a behemoth. It's literally the biggest thing on the planet. There's nothing bigger than Fortnite right now.
Disney.
And I get that you need to compare, like,
Disney,
yes, you want, it's like, besides, I'm talking in the video game space. If you're talking, like, I get that competition breeds excellence, you should try to live up to your competitors, I get all that. I 100% do, and I'm with you guys. Like, I agree. I'm just saying not everything needs to be Fortnite.
I know.
Not everything needs to be the exact
same. But if you are
same.
going for that, there was a game called Realm Royale that came out during Season 3 of Fortnite. And it was a Battle Royale. It was made by the guys who made Paladins. It had the Paladins characters in it. Had the Paladins guns. Everyone's like, this is going to be dope. Realm Royale is creepily similar to Apex. You have hero abilities. You have like ways to get around the map that are really fast. The reason it didn't go off of anything is because it had a great launch. A bunch of streamers were sponsored to go play it. And literally within a couple weeks, they left. Because they didn't offer anything else. They have not updated Realm Royale. They just barely added, I think, the first Battle Pass a couple weeks ago. And it has been that long. When you're measuring up to a competitor like Fortnite, when you are going for a Battle Royale, Battle Pass-esque, kid-friendly game where you can go in and just jump in and Battle Royale, right? And you're going against Fortnite, you have to be willing to measure up to it.
And CODs. CODs, I think, is coming close to... CODs' Battle Pass is really good. And it's free.
It's really good.
Completely
You get this freaking money bag weapon. You get these guns. You get these dope skins. These baller skins. There's incentive.
I don't like that they added weapons.
Yeah.
But
right. But that's a different discussion.
But once again, no, it's not a different discussion.
No, that's pay to win.
Exactly, though.
No.
It's part of the same discussion.
It's not.
But the pass is free.
It is free.
It is completely.
I know,
free.
but
and not only that, the weapons are for multiplayer.
I think there's a greater argument here too, though, that every company in a way has things they can improve on, and I get that Respawn can do better. I'm not saying that this is a perfect
exactly.
Pass.
It's like I'm trying to support this company.
Yeah, because
it was a great game. It was a great game, and I'm trying to help this company. Like it's EA. I don't really need to assist them, I guess, but
they have
Respawn.
Do you want to
know what I mean? No, I know. But this is a studio it's huge.
I mean,
Titanfall made. This is the creators of Titanfall.
Yeah. And then it's EA.
Call of Duty. They made Call of Duty.
You look at a game like Paladins. It's made by some freaking no-name company. Nobody really knows about them. Even they have a really nice season pass or battle pass every season. I'll go onto the game. I play it every once in a while, and I'll be like, dang, there's some cool stuff in this pass. I'm not going to buy it because I don't play it enough, but there's some cool stuff to where if I did. But they're a no-name company. This is EA. This is Respawn.
Well, here's the thing.
This is what they delivered.
I know, and
it's unacceptable.
Once again, and I agree with you guys. I don't like the battle pass. I mean, it's not for me anyway. I wouldn't have bought it anyway.
Yeah. Even if it was cool, I don't know if you would have
even if
bought
it was cool, I probably wouldn't have bought it.
Right.
But it's like, for me, at the end of the day, it's like, it's not for me. I don't like the battle pass. I don't like what's in it. I'm going to speak with my wallet, or even if I was super into the game. Say I bought every single battle pass there was or whatever, or every little loot box. I wouldn't buy this battle pass if I didn't like it. I would speak with my wallet and be like, I don't like it. I'm not going to support it then. That's what you do. It's like, for Black Ops 4, it's funny because when Black Ops 4 was announced, people were pissed that there wasn't a single-player campaign. It was going to be the first Call of Duty without a single-player campaign. People were really upset about that.
We were all just like...
Yeah, we were just like, whatever. Yeah, I was like, I don't really care that much.
If you had one, thanks.
Yeah, exactly. So people were really upset about that, and then look, the game came out, And I think they said it was the most successful Call of Duty since
Black Ops 2.
Or in terms of money, I think like Advanced Warfare or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so clearly at the end of the day, that didn't make a huge difference to what the company was going for.
Yeah.
And people, clearly those people didn't speak with their wallets, is what I'm saying. Those people who were upset about there being no single-player campaign did not buy it. They bought it.
I think what
they
actually
still
happened,
enjoyed it.
I think what happened is a lot of the people that didn't buy the single-player campaign, they didn't buy it. But the fact that the multiplayer looked so much better than the past Call of Duties,
people came
and
back
the
and
reviews
that.
came in and they were way better, other people actually did buy it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, for example,
really
if
with
Apex,
find out.
with Apex, if I enjoyed it more, right, I would still buy the Battle Pass because I may not enjoy the Battle Pass, but I still enjoy the game and I still want that more stuff.
Yeah.
Right? If I enjoyed it.
But see, that's the thing too, is like the Black Ops 4 reviews came out and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this one. Like I had it pre-ordered and I canceled my pre-order. I was like, I'm not gonna. I ended up getting it a few weeks later with Hasten. I think we got it at like around
and I bought
beginning of November. And I remember being like, I saw the reviews, I saw people hyping up, people really liking it, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this. I have this. I don't know. Maybe it's more of how I've been buying games recently. I've been more of waiting to see how the reviews are
public
going.
reaction.
And not that I'm always going off of reviews.
But more public reaction.
More public reaction. The thing is like there's some games
if the majority of people hate it, it's like, okay.
If everyone hated Spider-Man, I still would have got Spider-Man and played it and probably liked it because that's my style of game. But there are some games where I'm like, I don't know. It's going to be close. Like Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I haven't liked the last few. The last few Call of Duties.
The
last five haven't
since
been
Black Ops 2.
Since Black Ops 2, I really haven't enjoyed them. So I was like, I'm not going to get this one at launch. I'm going to wait and see, to see how people like it. I wasn't going to leap without looking and just buy it and then be like, oh, it's disappointing. And then because it's like, at that point, I'm like, it's kind of on me. It's like, I should have just waited. Why did I need to buy it right then if I knew I wasn't if I wasn't sure I was going to like it, right?
I've bought every single COD since Black Ops 2. I've got every single, except for, no, I haven't.
Since Modern Warfare 3, you've bought.
I bought every single COD, and I have some of the ones previous to that. And it's just because I like the franchise and I want it to do good.
Yeah. Expect.
So I'm hoping, I'm just going to buy it and hope it's good.
That's the thing. I never go off of
reviewers. Maybe not like it, but what the thing is I look for is gamer reviews.
Yeah.
I don't look, like when I go to movies, I don't look at the reviewer scores because it's like they hate so many things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Whereas like, there was a movie recently that had a really low score for reviewers and a really high one for
that you really like.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't remember what it was.
And that happens to me all the time. Yeah, no, I don't go off of reviews all the time.
A stupid example is actually, you guys are gonna hate me for this, but Emoji Movie. Okay, it looked terrible. It got terrible reviews. Everyone in the world and their mothers and their dogs hated this movie.
Oh, I've seen it.
It was on one day. It was on one day, and my little sister was watching it, and I sat and watched it. It is not terrible.
It's fine. I watched it too.
It had some funny moments, and I was like, this is actually pretty decent. I would watch this in theaters and be like, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I never... And that's why I like to experience things for myself, because Destiny 1 got a lot of bad flack. From not only reviewers, from a lot of people. Mm. So I was like... But I got it anyway.
You did it with Anthem, too.
And look, it's now one of my favorite games. And Anthem, right? That was the opposite. Because Destiny I got and I liked and I got bad reviews. Anthem I got and I didn't really like.
I just am much more understanding
for
of
you,
the situation.
It wasn't an expectation.
I didn't have much expectations for it. Yeah. If I was like you guys and I was the type of person who actually bought battle passes and stuff, I could maybe be coming from a different standpoint. But it goes back to what I was saying with individuals and the way people buy things and play things. I am not that type of gamer. I am not the type of person who buys battle passes and whatnot. So for me, I had zero expectations for this battle pass. I was just like, I have no idea what will be there, whatever. And I saw it and I was like, it's not for me. I didn't think it would be. You know, you guys are like, this is trash because you guys know that kind of stuff. Mm. For me, I'm just like, it's whatever.
Guys, where do I change my banner?
Yeah, it's like I don't care about that stuff. Exactly. So it's like, for me, it's not bad. Like,
I've noticed with you, it's more of
whatever.
the game experience. It's not so much of the extra stuff.
No,
a little extra.
I don't care too much about the.
Which for me and him, it's much more.
I look into every part.
Every possible thing. Yeah,
I expect a lot from game companies nowadays.
Well, and I do
there's
too.
So much competition.
Yeah, but with you, it's more.
I want to make that clear. I do too.
Yeah, and with you, it's much more of the actual experience.
Yeah, here's the thing: is like I am 100% with what Hasten just said. That's a big mantra of mine. I want the best of the best. I want competition to breed excellence. For online games specifically, the loot and the skins and stuff, that's just not... It doesn't speak to me. That isn't something that it's... Like, for example, I freaking love in God of War... I freaking unlocked the coolest, dopest skin, and like I worked for that skin, and I'm without spoiling what it is. It's this awesome like set. I won't even say.
Wait, spoil it.
No,
so just say spoil it.
No, don't, because I haven't played it yet.
But like
I want to know.
But I worked for that, and it looks awesome. And I freaking love that. But I'm not like if it was an online game that I had to pay $10 for that skin, I wouldn't have done it, and I wouldn't have cared.
But what if it was part of the battle pass
that you could have earned, but you had to work for it?
And see, this thing is, I don't know. I haven't even thought about it enough to even give that a thought. But
or like, what if Black Ops 4 had a battle pass?
It does, kind of.
But
right?
but you had to pay $10 for it.
I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
You're gonna miss out on 2 guns.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
And all that, like the Firebreak skin, the Torque skin.
Have you earned the money back yet?
Yeah, I just did.
Like, think about that. We got that for free. But we could have, if it was Apex, we would have had to pay $10 for that.
Yeah.
But instead, we got it for free. Like, that's a big deal.
I know. And see,
Call of Duty doesn't get a lot of, like,
different gamers, different people, different strokes. Different people, different strokes. It's the same thing. It's just like, for me, I got, the $60 I paid for Black Ops 4, I got my money's worth.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, I don't need to pay $10 more for all these other little things.
If you play the game, I mean, Call of Duty... If it's a good Call of Duty and you're going to play it, you're going to easily make your time back in it.
For sure.
Because you play so much. I mean, we played 7 hours last night alone.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
That's worth it alone.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
So, like, Call of Duty is kind of weird because, I mean, realistically, if you were to go by hours, you're paying, like, 10 cents an hour to play this game. Or, like, a penny an hour.
Dude,
and see...
The beauty of Call of Duty is, honestly, I would argue and say Call of Duty is worth $200 because... Black Ops 2, I go back to Black Ops 2. Multiplayer alone, I played months and months. Sorry.
No, you're good.
What are we at?
We're not laughing at you.
No, it's just...
I know. I knew that's what you were. So I immediately was like, I bet it's like...
We've already had a long episode.
We haven't even got through the news, dude. We haven't even talked about Borderlands 3 or
Disney
anything.
or Fox.
Disney.
Yeah, well, closing remarks, one thing I will say is I think it's extremely admirable to support companies. I am all about that. I love Respawn. I really do. And like, if they have a cool battle pass and I really want to support them and there's something I really want in it, I'll buy it. Like, I will. Like, but like you guys, I don't like this first battle pass. It doesn't appeal to me. It's nothing I really want. I've never gotten into Fortnite. I've never gotten into Destiny, so those don't even speak to me in general. So it's like, Apex is one of the first ones that I'm actually playing with you guys. I don't play it alone, but I play with you guys. To where if they had something really cool, I would consider buying it because I actually play it. But this first one, I don't like it. It's not anything I want from it. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't know. What are your closing remarks on it? That's basically all I have.
I kind of said everything I wanted to. What are we even talking about?
I don't know what the hell we're even talking about. We went so long on that discussion.
If you want to... If you want to get the Apex Legends Season Pass, get it. This all happened because we started talking about Apex.
Yeah, I want to make it
Don't
clear.
buy it. It's not worth it. That's my opinion. I screwed myself. But F it.
I will say this real quick. If you like the game, just buy it. It's extra content.
Well, no, I will say this. If you like the game, look into it.
Well, no. There's something I
support the creator, buy
it's a free game. What are you losing? Like, you haven't bought... And if you're getting no... Like, you're not giving this company anything. Why not just give it to
See, this is where we agree to disagree. Because I just think if you don't think it's worth it, don't buy it. There's no reason to buy it. Unless your sole purpose is you want to support Respawn, I think that's admirable, then do it. Then buy it. Even if you don't want it. But otherwise, if you just want to buy it because you think you should or you think you want to support Respawn or whatever, but you don't know if you want to, don't buy it. Like, just don't do it. I don't think you have to buy everything if you don't want it, right? I think that's pretty fair. Like, if you don't want it, you shouldn't have to buy it.
I just buy it all. I don't care.
You bought the freaking Fortnite Season 6 Battle Pass.
Oh, yeah, I'm at level like 10, I think.
Yeah, I guess, once again, different strokes, different people, so...
We're all very passionate about these kind of games. Yeah. Very passionate, but the beauty of the show is we all have very different views on gaming. We all play different games, and not just gaming, but everything. And so
none of us play the same kinds of games.
Always.
Yeah. Well, like there's some few, but
we do, but like not.
No, it's like sports.
Recently we have, but I have a different play style than Connor, and Connor has a different play style than Tanner.
And that's the beauty of it, is you can see different views and opinions of these games. So, and I'm sure you guys do too. So,
and also similar opinions. The thing is, we do agree on a lot too.
Yeah,
like,
that
literally
is true.
the first hour and a half of the show, we didn't disagree on anything, and then all of a sudden Apex came up. And we're like, what the fuck?
They are not the Avengers.
It's because I supported the crap out of them. I probably bought $100 worth of those freaking Apex packs. I got a lot of cool stuff too.
Yeah.
But I just expected more.
And I think that's fair. I think it's totally fair to expect more. I think so too. And if season 2 comes along and it's just like this one, I'll be like, what the frick are you doing? That's unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, I'm just playing devil's advocate where I'm like, season 1.
I'm worried. I think it will be.
I don't know. I
they haven't had dances.
I seriously doubt that they're gonna screw up their season 2 like they did with this one.
You think they will?
No, I doubt that.
You know what I'm surprised they didn't add is the trails for the back of your guy.
Right.
When they're flying
That's
down.
the thing.
Like, what the heck?
See, even that's the one thing. Is Black Ops 4, even as much as we're giving it praise, this first season, it didn't have dances in the Battle Pass. It didn't have contrails, but now it does. Now it has when you're dropping in Blackout.
Dude,
you have,
this
like,
pass
extra
for
stuff.
Blackout. I kind of want to give credit to that pass. This pass for Blackout, or not pass because it's free, but like the black market for this season is insane.
I would argue and say it's the best out of the 3. Apex, Fortnite, and
it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all have a problem with like the guns.
The guns, and that's a totally different subject that comes down to.
Now you do level up pretty quick in it though.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna play it, like I play it, I'm at level 70.
But think about how much we play compared to like a casual.
And once again, and that's the thing too, is once again you have to take into account of like, we're pretty hardcore at it right now.
Even
like,
still, me and Connor are only
70.
at 25.
I'm at 70.
We're at 25 though, and we still play pretty regularly.
Yeah, it's like because once again, we talked about it a couple weeks ago with I don't remember what we were playing, but like we were talking about like what do some of these games expect from us? Like we leave Apex for 2 weeks, and all of a sudden everyone becomes super
God
hardcore
tier.
and super god tier, and it's like we don't have every single minute of every single.
You have to make these games like a part-time job.
Yeah,
almost.
It's like
to be good.
So it's like I kind of wish that the guns weren't in there. Obviously, we've already talked about that. Right. So
I actually will defend this. Even if they were, I don't care as long as you could get them after. I hate that you can't get them after the season.
That is,
you know,
weird.
in the last season,
there's a couple guns I don't have.
There's guns you can't even get them anymore. There was the SWAT, and then the.
I really wanted the SWAT too.
The SWAT was from Black Ops 2.
I can pick it up every now and then, and I'm like, I missed what the frick.
The SWAT,
That's weird.
The SWAT and the Daemon.
This
are
is
gone
a whole other topic.
Forever.
The Daemon is just like, gosh, what gun? It was in Black Ops 2. It was a 3-round burst. Like it was a submachine gun.
It's the same. It's the Chicom.
The Chicom. It's
but
the
it's
same
just,
thing basically. It's like
See, and that also I remember Black Ops 3. They had this exclusive Valentine's event that went on where you could get the MSMC from. Like in the Black Ops passes, in the Black Ops boxes, and I didn't earn it. I spent like $100, and I'm like, please, I didn't get it.
See, this is stuff that's just like pretty unfathomable to me. That it's like, think about that. There's a gun in this game that you could never have. I can't imagine like if it was like Smash Brothers or something. They're like, there's this character that he's just in a random loot box, or you get him, and I never got him. I would be.
Well, no, Connor,
pissed.
that's like them coming out next season.
It's not a random loot box though. If you put enough time in it, you're gonna.
But if I didn't like. I freaking had this family tragedy that happens, and I can't play the game for like a month, and then I'm
no
like,
excuses, never die.
Like, even still, like we play pretty regularly. Let's say next season they're like the tier 100, you get the PP90
M1,
and then the Type 95 in the same one, and you're like, I want those. And then you get to like level 80, and there's one day left. And like,
one day you can get Type 95,
or like break my finger or something, so I can't freaking pull the.
And you can't buy.
Like,
you can't. Frick. It's kind of not pay to win though, because you can't buy these guns.
Yeah.
But you can buy the tiers to get to it.
Oh, you can buy the tiers.
You can buy tiers to get to it.
I kind of wish
100% it's pay to win because the Rampage, to an extent, is overpowered. You can potentially pay to win.
It's got really bad range.
Yeah, it does.
But
yeah, that is.
I'm excited. I haven't even been able to pick up the Switchblade, the level 100 gun yet, and I really want to.
All of them. So, what's cool is they're all in zombies.
Mistakes, or correct me if I'm wrong.
No ammo.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is like
in
really
the
the
multiplayer.
first...
It says it has some of the most ammo, other than the Cordite.
Maybe it's just different zombies.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is like the first Call of Duty that's really like this, right? That has like a battle pass type system.
Oh, it's the first with the battle pass, yeah.
So,
but it's not the first with like the loot boxes.
My prediction,
guns,
and I'm interested to see if this will come to pass. But it's like I wonder if like 2 or 3 years from now, when nobody's playing Black Ops 4 and everyone's on to Black Ops 5 or whatever the next Call of Duty is, they're just gonna drop all of the stuff. They're just like the Warden costume, the the freaking Rampage. Or
I'm sure they will.
They will.
I'm sure they will. Like when season 4 comes out, they'll just be like, yeah, here's the SWAT. And,
well, yeah. Well,
how do you guys feel about that?
Perfect.
Because,
that's
because
fine.
That is
it's
fine.
guns.
See, I don't agree
I
with
don't want guns in that pass anyway. So if they just drop them later, that's fine.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I did not mean to say I'm fine. I actually
I disagree.
I agree with Connor because here's the thing.
Think about the people that had to pay.
They paid
$40 to get it.
Perfect example. Destiny 1. Destiny 1 halfway through its life cycle came out with the very first Eververse, which Eververse is like the loot boxes, right? You could get Taken armor and look like an enemy, and you do like this Taken like shimmer and stuff. And I paid a lot of money because it's random, right, to get the whole set. Literally at the end of Destiny 1's life cycle, right before Destiny 2, they came out with the event called Age of Triumph, and everything that has ever been in loot boxes, ever since Eververse was announced, you could get, and you could just buy with like silver. And I'm like, that's so dumb because I spent so much time, effort, and money to get those.
Like real life money. When it comes to real life money, that's where I have a problem with it. Because it's like the people that have somehow maybe gone the Rampage by literally paying how much money.
But I haven't paid for this pass, and I already have the Rampage.
Yeah, but
and I almost have the Switchblade.
But there are people who. How much does it cost to buy?
It'd be $100 to buy every single one.
$100.
So if you're gonna buy every single one,
so think about that though.
I mean, if you play every single day.
But
you get one win in multiplayer every single day, you'll get the battle pass.
Isn't the last one a gun now? 100 a gun? What is it?
The Switchblade.
The Switchblade. So say somebody wanted the Switchblade just super bad, they paid $100 right now, and then let's pretend even just a year from now. A year from now, they're just like, oh, it's free. Yeah, I would be pissed, dude. If I paid $100 to get a gun and then they're just like, oh, no, it's free.
You don't need to pay the $100. Because every day, I was saying this just a second ago. So say you guys you could play one match a day and win one game a day. And it's going to give you a tier every single time. There's 60, 40, how many days? 50 days?
So
you could get to if you only played one match a day, you'll get to level 75.
No. So when the season starts, it's 69 days. So basically 70 because the first day is day 70.
So realistically, if you
70
play
days,
one match a day.
Realistically, if you played every single day and won, you could get to rank 70 or tier 70
with 70 games total.
And that's not earning any other tiers, which by playing naturally you're going to earn tiers.
So you should get to level 100 if you're playing at a decent rate. It's not a crazy rate.
That's why I will defend a battle pass. My disagreement is with loot boxes. Yeah. Because with Black Ops 3, I'm glad they haven't done this with Black Ops 4 yet, but with Black Ops 3 they introduced the Galil, the MSMC, all these guns into the boxes, but they don't have any guns in them.
The reserve things.
Because the loot boxes I'm okay with because it's all cosmetics. But Black Ops 3 started adding weapons, and they started adding little melee weapons and Galil and shiz, and that was not okay because that was borderline gambling.
I'm okay. The only thing I'm okay with is melee weapons, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little strange, though, because it's like, just imagine, like, you want this thing really bad, and if you're going by Hasten's mentality and playstyle, it's like, well, just play it. Just play it, and you can earn it. It's like, well,
once a day. One time at 10 minutes
I know,
a day.
but I don't have time.
What if you miss a day?
What if you miss a day? Or what if... for a week you freaking, like I said, break your pinky or something like that, or your freaking cousin dies or something like that. It's like, I'm not like, it's like I'm not playing this week or whatever, and you just don't play, then you're gonna miss out. It's gone forever. Then it's like at the end of that pass, it's gone forever theoretically until maybe it drops. Maybe one day. It's just weird that thing could be gone. Yeah. Just forever. Unless they drop it and it's free, and then it's like, well, what about the people that spent $500 for all your crap?
Who they were so desperate at the end of the season.
They should have waited. Pay with your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That goes
they
back to
should have just waited.
Yeah. But yeah, so
either earn it or wait. Like I wasn't gonna buy tiers to get to those guns.
Well, and that's why
I knew that I had to buy the tiers if I wanted to get those guns, and I was just like, not doing it.
For me with Destiny 2 is I literally there's been items that I've missed from the Eververse. I draw the
line is at $100.
Dude, for the Eververse, they've had some cool emotes where you can like take a selfie and shiz, and I missed out on some cool ones, and I'm like, no, but then I realized, I'm like, why am I upset? I guarantee you, at the end of Destiny 2's life cycle, they're gonna be like, you can earn them all again, so I'm not even upset. So that's what I'm doing with Destiny 2. That's the difference, is I'm actually waiting. Yeah. I'm the one not using my wallet.
I mean, I might need more time to think about this, but like from where I stand with the whole Call of Duty thing, the whole Call of Duty or the situation with their Battle Pass, the Call of Duty thing, is that like I think it should be strictly cosmetic.
I agree,
because like I don't think if it affects the gameplay, like a gun literally affects the gameplay.
A gun could be theoretically overpowered.
Literally, the gameplay of Call of Duty is gunplay. It's guns. And so the main thing is in these battle passes are these guns.
That's like
that you
them.
can get. That's affecting the way the game plays.
That's like them selling
I
a
just
gun.
don't agree with that.
That's
I
like
do
them,
like. I wish they would just add them though. I do like
yeah.
that they are adding guns.
Yeah.
You look at the previous CODs. The only one that they did it was Black Ops 3. But like we look at it, they only added one gun in Black Ops 2.
Well, and what bothers me is it's like Connor's bringing up a
they've
good
already
point.
added
It's
4.
like them announcing the Sparrow, the new specialist, but you have to earn her in tier 100 of the battle pass. It's like she could potentially have a nuke as her freaking ultimate and it kills everyone on the map, but you have to get the tier 100 to get her.
Is Sparrow a part
She
of
is.
the
You get it for
season
free,
pass?
yeah.
But no, so
you get it at level
she's
1.
tier 1.
I know, but was she a part of the season pass?
She is.
Okay, so I actually disagree with that too because
I
it's
do.
like, what if
She's gonna be
something
gone.
didn't- It's like, what if you bought the season pass and then you didn't play during that freaking
I didn't.
window,
You
and then
never
you're
get
like,
specials.
I didn't get one of my specials. That
It says I earned this
I
person.
paid $60 for your
So,
freaking.
I actually-
season pass.
It's level 1.
I know.
know.
If you don't get to level
No,
1,
still.
I'm
screw
pretty.
you.
I'm
Like-
pretty positive they actually give you her after.
I think so, too.
They probably should
I-
because
I don't think I played when they announced 0, and I think I got
because
it.
all I know is there are periods.
I think it's part of the.
time
I
where
think
people don't do
actually
stuff.
it's part of the pass, not the pass, but your DLC.
No, she
Because you're-
is in the she
supposed to
is
get
in
four
the
special
she is in the
DLC.
battle pass.
Well, because just think about this.
She's tier
Like,
1.
we went probably, I'd say, what, 2 months without playing Black Ops 4?
Oh yeah,
Like, we
easily.
did. Like, but, before Apex came out, like, we didn't really play at all during January. And then we kind of stopped way before Christmas. So it's like, there was a solid couple months where we didn't really play Black Ops 4 that much. What if they had, like, a specialist that came out that you had to...
And he
get
drops
to 10
nukes.
tier, and then it's like... We just didn't get him. Like, he's gone.
Too
And it's like,
bad.
I paid $50 for your stupid season pass, and now I don't get that person.
I don't get one of the things I paid for.
Yeah,
because it says it details in the season pass you get 4 specialists.
Yeah. So there's a few confusing things that I think are a little shady.
That's why you always read the terms of service when you buy something.
No,
I never do.
I'm not reading
It's
that.
way too much.
It'll be like you could potentially not get the thing you paid for.
What is it at?
It is pretty crazy. 216.
Oh.
It is
Awesome.
pretty crazy that
I was thinking like 245.
there's
Pop
a.
away for a second.
It is pretty crazy because there's a. I can't remember which game it was. It was called Marvel Heroes or something like that.
Marvel Heroes Alliance.
Was it that one that completely shut down?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this game came out, I think 2016, 2017. I don't know the exact date. I could be wrong, but it came out and then they didn't get enough funding or support. They promised all this stuff like this season pass essentially.
Were they
or
GoFundMe?
games of service thing? No, like it was like a real game. It was a Marvel game.
Did they
for crying
accept
out
like
loud.
pre-orders and stuff?
Yeah, no, the game came out. Like the game
Oh,
came out. They
came out,
promised
okay.
all this stuff for like a season pass-esque thing that people paid for or whatever, and then they just literally went out of business. They were like,
Sorry.
like our game is shutting down, and the game's unplayable now. Like they had to shut down the server and everything. The game only was up and running for I think over like a year. And then the game was just gone. It'd be like if Destiny 2 came out and they promised Forsaken and all these cool events, and then they're
And
like,
you buy a $60 pass,
Yeah,
and,
and
then
then
like,
they're- and
actually, we're out of business.
yeah, and then they're like, actually, we're out of business and we're done. And so people got super upset about it to where I think they worked out something where if you reported it to the publisher or something, they'd give you a refund. But some people didn't. Like, I'm sure there's a ton of people who just didn't even think about it.
Or they didn't get the email.
They didn't get the email and then just were like, what
Happened to my $60?
Yeah, like I spent...
Dude, imagine that. Because we bought Black Ops 4 and we bought the season pass. That's $120. That would be 60 of that dollars wasted.
yeah, just gone.
Completely gone. That's brutal. Because even Destiny, I mean, I look at Destiny 2, $60 for the base game, 20 for each expansion, and then 60 for Forsaken. That's like like $300. And oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money that you could potentially lose.
Yeah, well, and it's a scary thing, these online games. Like,
I guess that's why you were wise to say like watch your what you're saying like watch your
just
wallet.
vote with your wallet. Like,
Yeah.
if you want a change to be made, then don't pay for something. You know, it's like it's interesting too because Netflix is raising their prices and stuff like that, and then so is Disneyland. Disneyland is upping their regular park hopper tickets $20.
It's not no.
So
it's
But
20 for the bundle.
they are adding more.
So
Yeah, exactly.
They
And that's
raised
the thing.
they raised the 3-day bundle by $20, but the 1-day pass was raised by $5.
yeah,
and everyone's
which
complaining.
is still money though.
But it's
That's the
$5.
thing. It is $5, and I'm
and
with
the
you.
market's growing too.
That's the thing.
Yeah, with inflation,
Well-
you have to raise your
Well,
prices.
inflation, but not only that, but Netflix, for example, they raise their prices, I think, like $2 a subscription or $3 or something like that. It's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, they're pumping out all this content. Like, for example, if they
Netflix
didn't
could
have...
be $20 a month
and be
it's
worth
still
it.
worth it.
Yeah, and Disneyland, honestly, I wouldn't want it to be, but if it was $150 for a one-day park hopper, it would be worth it because it's like, and they're adding Star Wars Land now, and they're gonna make a Marvel Land, and they're gonna do this. It's
constantly
like they're adding stuff to make it worth
your
it.
money.
Like if it was classic Disneyland,
and the thing is, they're upping the
evolve,
price.
Look,
as soon like Star Wars Universe comes out soon.
Yeah,
Star Wars Land comes out
I think the price effect literally goes into effect in May.
I think it's ridiculous if people think that the price shouldn't change if people add stuff.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. People pay, let's say Disneyland, when it first came out, the ticket was $60. And to today, 2019, they've added all these lands, California Adventure, freaking Star Wars Land, everything, and it was still $60. That'd be ridiculous. People are dumb if they think they're not going to raise the prices. If the more there's to offer, you should expect to pay more.
It's hard. It's so hard to compare
like,
video games and like real life.
Yeah, it is
because it's like we were just saying like
that's
I
pretty
really
much like they're giving
us up video games, but like inflation comes with it.
Yeah,
well, and we're like
and
Disneyland, but it's like
the more content
they're
you
different.
With the more
it's
content, you should expect to pay more for more content. I don't know why that's such a problem. Like if Skyrim came out and they're like, yeah, Skyrim's $80 instead of $60, I'd be like, that's okay because I'm getting 300 hours.
That's great because an Elder Scrolls game's coming out.
See, that is
Elder Scrolls,
and that's true. It's like, you know, if the next Rocksteady game they were like, guess what, it's gonna be $70, I'd be like, okay, whatever, I'm still gonna buy it.
What if they said it's the same size as Arkham City?
Well, it's gonna
like,
come
I'm
down.
still gonna buy
I'm still gonna buy it, and the thing, and that comes down to individuals again. But like the natural consumer, the basic consumer, I would understand if it was the exact same as Arkham Knight, like no different. I'd be like, that's a ripoff. But if they are adding more and making
Tons
it a
more
better,
content.
It's like, it's worth the $70
because you're getting more content than you were for Arkham City.
It's like Skyrim is a good example where it's like Skyrim is such a big game to where when that game came out, they probably could have gone away with charging $70, and it would have been people would have been like, it's worth it. This game's freaking huge.
You look at a game like freaking when we were talking about this in one of the other podcasts about licensed games like Shrek and B Movie and stuff. Like you could have potentially bought the B Movie game for $60 or Skyrim for $60.
Yeah,
the B Movie has 10 hours of content and Skyrim has 300
plus
like,
DLC 600.
Yeah, they should definitely
plus just the quality.
People
of the
should
game.
expect that with the better quality and the more content, you should expect to pay more. Because you are delusional if you don't think so.
But then that's going to be hard, though, because Anthem would have been like, yeah, we're a AAA.
Yeah.
We're the big game of this year, and we're $100.
Right,
Yeah.
but then it would have made people look into it more. Right? Because it would
But then
be
that comes down
more
to the vote
risk.
with your wallet thing.
But that's the
then
thing.
You'd have to be
the
like,
reason I bought Anthem is because it was only $60, which is like, that's a lot, but every game's $60. And I was kind of like, I'm going to take the risk because it was a game that I thought I'd like. I didn't. I'm not too upset. Because I'm imagining it might get better, I might come back, I might play it, right?
My prediction is that...
But I wouldn't have done that risk if they're like $120. I'd been like, F you.
I think Anthem's going to follow the footprints of Destiny 1.
I think so, too.
I do, too. Well, they actually just were talking about it.
I think Anthem
they're
will,
excited for their future.
I think Anthem will have a resurgence and have like a cult following.
I'll buy it when it's $5.
Yeah, me too. And then I'll be like, this is fun.
Yeah.
But it's actually a full game.
I hate you guys.
I paid $60. And I got the collector's, or the pre-order bonus, which is a freaking mark on your armor.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
the
I think we talked about that. Yeah, so in Anthem, the pre-order bonus, not even the pre-order bonus. Literally, I got the Legion of the Dawn version, which I think is like $80. And the one thing you get is you get a legendary decal, and it's a black line that goes down your armor and then up. That's it. That's what I spent $20 for. You freaking kidding me?
All right. Well,
what should we do?
Should we just quickly talk about the last piece of news, or should
how do we quickly talk
the
about
Disney and Fox thing? That's gonna take an hour.
I was looking at movies that Fox has, and I'm like, this is gonna take us hours.
It will take us. We have to make it a two-part episode.
Like insane movies.
Well, I guess we can just give our brief thoughts about it, or.
So Fox Movies, kind of real quick. I just want to go through what they have. So Disney now owns this with their streaming service.
Yeah,
and
it's official.
I looked it up, and I was thinking like, yeah, Fox doesn't own that much. And then I looked at it, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
So they own the Planet of the Apes series, Alita Battle Angel, Deadpool 2, Bohemian Rhapsody will be on the Disney streaming service. Avatar and Avatar 2. Dark Phoenix is owned by Fox. The Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman? Wait, Greatest Showman's owned by Disney now?
Greatest Showman is Love, Simon, Logan, The Martian.
The Martian.
Yeah.
All the
Kingsman. Kingsman is
The
Disney.
Post,
Wait,
all
Trolls?
the X-Men.
Trolls?
All Trolls. All the X-Men. All Alien stuff.
Alien?
Aliens. The Revenant. Kingsman, more Kingsman, Assassin's Creed, all the X-Men.
Assassin's Creed,
Ice
Age,
Night of the Museum,
Charlie Brown,
Peanuts.
Star Wars: A New Hope. I don't know if that's right. Oh, well,
Yeah.
Disney owns Star Wars.
Yeah,
That's
Disney.
right. But, like,
Star Wars.
That's insane.
That is insane.
And I didn't even fit it. Like I
Did
just.
you say
I just-
Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, they have the whole Planet of the Apes series. Alita Battle
Dude,
Angels.
I
on
did
there, like-
not know that now they have freaking Ice Age.
Well, not only that,
Trolls.
they have Simpsons.
They have the whole
Dude,
Simpsons thing.
we could potentially see a Disney movie with Mickey Mouse, Homer Simpson,
We will
the
never
guy
see
from
that.
Ice Age, and Charlie Brown all in the same freaking movie.
They own so much. I mean, this streaming service might
Be the best.
the best one. Maybe.
If they include
all of
stuff.
that.
Because also we
But
forget
it's
that they
theirs.
did
Why
say
would they?
because they did say that they're planning on not having rated R content. And a lot of Fox's stuff is rated R. For example, the entire
Why would
Alien
they-
franchise would be knocked out. They can't do
There's
it.
no
Kingsman.
way they're gonna cut out Alien. Maybe they'll. I think
We'll
they're gonna have
see.
to license it out to someone else.
We'll see. Well, my prediction is
Look,
from
they
what
need
it
to have an
sounds like-
adult section. Why not?
Well, from what it sounds like too is
Disney.
they are probably going to keep 20th Century Fox to where we'll still like if you go to see the next Avatar, it's not going to boot up with Walt Disney. It's going to boot up with. It's
good.
It's gonna be like that, and then
Fox.
it's gonna be like a Disney Corp.
Yeah, and
No,
it'll just in the bottom line text that you barely
No.
see, it'll just be like
It'll be
Walt
like-
Disney
Did
Company.
you
It'll be
see
like-
The Simpsons
it-
called this?
Yeah, it's
No,
crazy.
it'll be like da-na-na-na, da-da-na-na, and then when it ends, freaking Tinkerbell will fly over and then it'll ding, turn it into the castle and be like, mine now!
Mine.
It's mine!
Yeah, but that's totally what it'll be. From what I understand and from what I've been hearing is it's going to be like that. They're not getting rid of the 20th Century Fox branding. Like,
And I
that'll
think
still be
20th
there.
Century Fox is now all that Fox has is like their news
Yeah, news and
and
sports.
sports
Broadcast.
because Disney owns ESPN, so it's like
yeah, they don't. Need
I was hoping though because Fox.
Wait, do they own Fox News now too?
No, not
they
Fox
don't own
News
Fox
or-
News or sports, which sucks because I was hoping Disney was going to put in with ESPN Plus with this Fox Sports because Fox Sports owns like a ton of the like I think they
Yeah.
own SEC, the ACC, the Pac-12,
all
all
the
those television rights.
NFC football games are.
That would have been
Fox.
awesome. To
So why
have
did
that
Fox
stuff be on there.
sell themselves or did they just go out of business?
No, they were totally fine. Disney just bought them. They just bid for them.
And they accepted
And
it.
so
Because they
whoever-
could have denied it and been like, no.
Oh sure, yeah. I think they just offered way too much money. Like,
And
how
they're
can
like,
you say-
fine!
How can you say no to
$20 billion?
How much,
Okay.
Yeah, how much was it? I can't remember, but
It was a lot.
It was
Wasn't
a
it
crap ton.
some
It's like-
100 billion?
It was in the billions for sure. I don't know exactly, but I mean, it was an offer they couldn't refuse.
Next,
quite
Disney's
literally.
got to buy Amazon and Google.
But if you guys want to see something crazy,
Then it's over. World's ending.
Shut up.
Shut your freaking
Amazon.
hole.
Gosh dang it.
Mouth.
Oh, don't cheer me again. If you guys want to see something crazy, go to the WaltDisneyCompany.com. She's listening. Oh no.
Alexa, shut up. Or Amazon, shut up.
Okay. If you want to see something crazy, go to the WaltDisneyCompany.com and look at their official banner now. This is on Disney.com.
I seen that already. I looked
Like,
at it
look
last
at
night.
this. This is
Crazy.
insane. Bart Simpson is next to Captain Marvel, next to Avatar, next to Woody, next to
The
the
Life
Shape
of
of
Water.
Water, and then Ray from Star Wars,
And then a baseball player?
yeah, and then Deadpool next to Mickey Mouse. Deadpool is next to Mickey Mouse in this picture. Like, what?
Who the heck is that?
Childish
That's
Gambino.
Donald Glover. I think they own FX, the channel 2. So that's Atlanta,
Oh my
the TV
God.
show, and then Frozen, and then baseball.
Do they own the Cardinals
ESPN,
now?
I think. Yeah, they own the card. I actually think Disney does own a baseball.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm pretty sure that's actually a thing. And then the nature documentaries, obviously. Like, this is
How
just
the
some
frick
of
is
their
their
stuff.
stock dropped somehow?
I don't know, yeah. But it's freaking insane. Oh, yep, here it is. Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox will bring an unprecedented collection of content and talent to consumers around the world. March 19th, it's official. Like, it is 100%
gosh.
official now, guys.
Dude, guys, think about that.
It's been around a year now.
That
Like,
is
Since
ridiculous.
talk started, honestly. It's been
Have you seen
forever.
the memes, though, where it's like Thanos, like, prying the Infinity Stone off of Vision, and it's like X-Men and stuff, and then it shows him put it on, it's like, and then it's like Mickey Mouse, like, ugh! It's so funny.
That's funny. I gotta see that.
This is pretty insane, but I honestly wonder about the streaming service if they'll have a lot of the Fox stuff, because a lot of Fox stuff is more mature. So that's going to be up in the air, because like Deadpool, that means Deadpool wouldn't be on there. Which is pretty crazy.
They could do Deadpool.
They'll probably
Yeah,
do
they could
that
do
one.
Once Upon a Deadpool.
I'm sure they would, though.
They gotta do a rated R.
They got to. I feel
Like
like
Disney, I understand Disney. I understand you're a kid-friendly place. I understand that. You guys have to expand.
maybe what they'll do is they'll have the Disney streaming service, and then they'll have like this tab you can click on that's 20th Century Fox. And then you click on that, and it has all of the Fox library.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I hope that, like, you know how when you click on Netflix, you've got your accounts, and then it says kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hope it has your accounts, and then it says 20.
HBO has it, and then it says porn at the bottom.
Does it really?
No, they took all their porn off of HBO.
They had porn.
They had porn. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they had tons of porn.
What the heck?
Like actual adult movies.
Yeah, they took it all off. But
why?
Why'd they have it in
because
the first
they're
place?
trying to be like more family for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Why'd
well,
they have
actually, it's weird because you know who owns or HBO owns now? Freaking Sesame Street, which it's like what the heck?
Sesame Street.
It's like why is Sesame Street owned by HBO? That just makes no sense. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
But
that, yeah, just like on the corner, you know.
They gotta have something like that.
Yeah, I hope so.
If they're gonna buy these, they need to actually utilize
take advantage of it
the right way.
For sure. Yeah.
And I want to see Alien. I liked the first Alien movie, but I haven't liked any of the ones since.
I've never seen Alien.
Never seen.
I've never seen any of the Aliens. I've only seen Prometheus.
And I loved all the Aliens vs Predators. Like those were awesome.
I've never seen the Alien vs Predators, but I'm excited to see what this means going forward because we haven't even talked about it. But X-Men will officially be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe now.
This Dark Phoenix wouldn't that be crazy if like at the end of this Dark Phoenix movie, it's like joining. I wonder if Thanos could do that fight now. Soon or something.
What are the odds you think of that happening? I think
that's unlikely.
I think it's unlikely.
I think it not in this movie.
I don't think so.
I think though it's going to happen soon. I think the X-Men are coming to the Marvel Universe soon.
As of right now, I think we have Dark Phoenix this summer, New Mutants this fall, and then X-Force with Deadpool is next year.
And Deadpool already makes so many Disney jokes. It's gonna be hilarious.
So, like, with those three, I think that's it that Fox has planned. So, obviously, that'll be it. I wonder if Disney will go ahead and, like, acquire those right away to where they're able to put in freaking Iron Man into X-Men if they wanted to. Or if there's some sort of agreement where they can't. Like, I wonder if those three will be, like, the official last Fox ones. Since they're already in production, I wonder if, like, they won't be able to... put any of their stuff in it.
I have no idea. It's going to be an interesting couple years. There's so much stuff to be
I know. Who knows who else Disney will buy? You know? I mean, next Disney, Paramount.
Disney buys Paramount.
I hope they don't. Because once again, like Hasten was saying, competition breeds excellence.
Well,
and I worry that Disney could get to this point where they own way too much to where they're just
here's the thing is eventually the government's going to step in.
Yeah,
like
they're
with
gonna
Amazon.
have to.
With Amazon was growing too big, and they started buying everything. They started buying like QuickBooks and all this crap, and the government stepped in, like, because you can't have monopoly.
I don't know that.
Shut the frick! I wasn't talking to you. But like, they're gonna have to step in at some point because otherwise they're gonna own the world. Eventually, they'll buy everything because they'll have so much money. Like, eventually, you'll start buying so much that you'll have so much money coming in that what can't you buy? You could buy the moon for like $2,000 quadrillion.
Yeah.
Yeah, government will step in eventually if Disney keeps buying things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Disney
I
has
don't
to
know
play
what else
cool
they're going
now.
to buy. There's so much other stuff they still could buy, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to pull this up because now that Disney bought 20th Century Fox, there's only about roughly 10 major motion picture studios, and Disney owns 2 of them now. So basically there's some of the biggest ones are Warner Bros.
That's a big one.
Warner Bros. Is huge. Sony.
That's a big one.
And Sony is now kind of in bed with Disney because of Spider-Man and stuff like that. And then Walt Disney Studios, Universal, 20th Century Fox, who Disney now owns.
Dude, they might even buy Universal because they have a part of Universal now because of Simpsons.
No, Simpsons is Fox.
I know, but Universal Studios.
No, Universal does this weird thing where they license out. Like, Universal doesn't own Harry Potter.
True.
Warner Bros. Does. But Universal just
they
licenses
bought
them
Warner
out.
Bros. It's like, we own Harry Potter.
We own Harry Potter.
Because it's kind of like how Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, is at Hollywood Studios. What are you looking for, Tanner?
I'm trying to find the picture I found.
Just show us later. Because the audience isn't going to be able to see it.
No, I know.
So, but what was I saying? Oh, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is in Hollywood Studios in Disneyland. Disney doesn't own Twilight Zone. In fact, CBS does. Yeah, in fact, because there's the new Twilight Zone series coming out on CBS streaming service.
I thought CBS was owned by Disney, though.
No.
Who is that? ABC.
ABC's owned by Disney, yep. And so, yeah, Disney owns so much. But so there's some of these weird licensing things where Universal licenses Simpsons and Harry Potter, but not owned by Universal. But then there's also Lionsgate, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, which is the lion.
They're gonna buy that one next.
DreamWorks, and then DreamWorks.
They're gonna make it the Lion King.
DreamWorks is big too.
So those are like the big ones. Disney owns 2 of those and is in bed with one of them with Sony, kind of, which is nuts. Like, I just can't imagine how much more like they could take. Like,
they gotta buy Universal next and then make it Disney's Universal Studios.
I don't want them to buy anymore, if I'm being honest. Like,
why?
Because like, what good would it do them at this point? Or like, what good would it do us? I should say. Not
Disney
them.
pins.
I mean, it would make them money.
You know what I want them to do? I want them to buy every house around Disneyland and just destroy it and make a bigger Disneyland.
Yeah,
I want them to buy every house and then sell it, give it to us, and so we can live there.
Dude, why the frick have they not done that yet? Like, why doesn't Disney? They have so much money. Destroy all the surrounding area of Disneyland and make Disneyland bigger, gosh.
Destroy California and make it Disney. California.
Make it Disney
California.
Disney California.
Disney's California.
You need a plane to get from one to the other.
Walt Disney Company.
There's a dome over California, and there's at the border. There's like a ticket window, and they're like, "Have fun at Disney California." And you go in there, it's just like blank nothingness, and you're like,
"Guys, look, we're about to enter California, a Walt Disney Company. Ready? Get ready to jump."
Everybody got their money for their tickets.
You jump in, and it's like,
everything's cartoony and stuff. You're like, "What the frick?
What happened to California?"
And then they buy Florida too.
Yeah, that'd be insane. Disney, what do you guys think of the whole prospect of them being like a monopoly?
I don't want to say anything because
if there's a company I want to be a monopoly, I think it's Disney.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Like, I'm glad it's not like Amazon.
I don't want to speak ethically because ethically this is very wrong.
I don't know that.
Shut the frick up.
Ethically is very wrong. They are buying everything. And it's
there's like we're rich.
To an extent, it's like, okay, at a point you got to stop. But it's Disney, and I love Disney. Anything that can add to the Disney, I love.
I do worry though, because guess who's everyone's favorite company is? It's freaking Disney, and so everyone's okay with this. Everyone's just like, yeah, Disney.
Right? It's like if Nintendo was doing it.
Yeah, we trust
Nintendo.
You, Disney. It's like Disney's next thing you know, they're gonna be like, oh hey, we're buying Paramount too. Everyone's like, oh okay, cool.
Guys,
you, Disney.
so real quick,
hey, we're buying the U.S. government. Is that all right? Disney, you're gonna
wait.
Oh, by the way, we're taking over the world. You guys
guys, in honor of Walt Disney, we're starting this thing called the Purge. Don't worry though, you get free merch if you live.
Is the Purge Fox? Do they own the Purge? They're just making a real thing. They're like, one night a year, you guys are all gonna die. Like
we release all the animatronics from Disneyland to kill everyone.
Like it's getting freaking insane. Like I worry that people are going to be a little too okay with it because it's Disney.
I like that. I'm okay with that.
Anyway, I think we've run this episode into the ground so far. We went on a huge tangent with Apex, but is there anything else you guys want to add to that specifically?
I want to play Black Ops.
Yes, but I don't want to go too much longer. We're already at 2.5 hours.
Yeah, there's much more.
I think we're gonna do an episode that we really do go deep into this.
Yeah, we should.
So there's a ton I want to say about that deal.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours and 40 minutes. I think this will be our longest episode.
Yeah,
we could even cut it up maybe. But we'll see.
Cut this episode up?
Yeah.
I don't know how we do that necessarily.
Halfway. It's like in the middle of it.
Just Apex it. See the next episode. Also, real fast, Stranger Things Season 3 trailer's out, and so is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Check those out, but we won't discuss those because we got to go. Because we did 3 hours.
Yeah!
Anyway, I did not expect to do that long.
Yeah. It's freaking 11:30 at night. I was like, oh, like 2 hours ago, I was like, oh, perfect. We'll have plenty of time for another episode.
Nope.
Take it. All right. Well, we thank you guys for joining us. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on social media, right?
Yep. Instagram at Super Basement Bros, and then Twitter at the Super Bros Videos. If you made it this far, let us know. Guys, if you made it through the entire podcast, we applaud you.
Do you think anyone actually,
any
random person watched this entire episode?
The Evermore guy definitely did. Because the stuff he talks about is stuff that's way late in the episode. Very specific, yeah. So I'm like, Okay, so Evermore guy.
Yeah, Evermore.
We love you.
Actor, thank you for that comment.
We seriously love you.
That was a really well thought out comment too.
Should I just throw out I'll give away Call of Duty Ghosts if you.
I will give you my copy of Call of Duty Ghosts for free.
It's like I can buy that for $2 at GameStop.
No, but
we really appreciate that comment. So it's like if
yeah.
you spread the word, and if we can get more comments like that,
take his example and just talk to us, guys. Especially if you make it to the end of the episode, we would love to hear that.
Oh, and
my gosh,
E3's coming up.
Yeah,
and we kind of want to know what you guys are really interested. What our fan base is interested, because we're gonna make video. We're gonna make tons of videos.
Oh yeah, E3 will be big.
So, we kind of want to know what you guys want from us. If you guys have any thoughts.
Also, let us know your predictions.
Do you guys want like a video for every conference, or do you guys want us to combine it all into one long video? Or you know,
I'm thinking probably one per conference.
That's what I was
right
thinking
after
too.
every conference. We just boom go in.
I think I'm gonna request the weekend off, so we'll just watch it all.
Yeah, we should.
That'd be a blast. Well, anyway, we thank you guys for joining us. Did you guys have anything else to pimp out?
Nope.
Good. All right. Well, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.